channel, perhaps.
Yep. Yeah, I got Red and Jack will both be streaming. And yeah, anybody else I'll post as well once we get underway.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm gonna jump over to my Discord, but if you wouldn't mind just throwing up a link from my stream as well for the game.
Yes.
Appreciate
That.
Nice.
Thanks, Norm. I'll do that for you, 2 strokes.
Oh my god, this is so annoying. Hello, Edmund. Hey, Flame God. This time I actually got a notification right as you went live. Well, what do you know? Twitch actually got something right. The odds. I gotta turn my light on or else you're not gonna be able to see me. I'm not sure what the holdup is. It looks like we have 8 people in the lobby. I don't know what the holdup is. Who is Cars? Not sure. I have watched a game with them. It's an assembly team for their CPL. The players include Ben, Bud Butler, who's a member of TBD, Rage, who's a member of the former champions PP Patrol, and John Civ and Corny, also from TBD. So it's basically an all-star assembly of people for this tournament in particular. And then Barking Gang, of course, you know, they were runner-ups in the CWC finals, as we saw. You know what the next step is? Time for the power of the beard and the hot tub stream. If only it would work, right? Hey, Ladmarkst. Is Corny the guy that has been co-casting? Yes. Corny's my co-caster. Typically. If I have a co-caster, that's who it is. That is correct. So, Highland 7 Seas, Pangea, Continental. What's off the board already? Inland Sea has been taken off the board. Okay. So we're underway. The draft is underway here, guys. Here we go. Continents and Islands is off the board. Ooh, man. We're going to see. Pangea is off the board. So 7 Seas or Highlands. We're going to get some simming in one way or another. Team 2, which is Barking Gang, is going to get a chance to decide whether we play on the Seas or on the Highlands. Highlands it is. Highlands it is. It's going to be a Simfest in what is a very, very highly skilled lobby. Very highly skilled lobby. We're going to see what happens. Oh, Corny didn't see somebody. So it's important to have him unconnect and reconnect here.
"11-month baby."
Hello, Seb. 11 months. Thank you very much, buddy. Tier 1, 11 months. You gotta love it. Bringing the Tier 1 back in. You are the man. Thank you for that. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Hello, Hendu. If you need any help burning any buildings down, please let me know. You'll be my first call. You'll be my first call, Hindu. Stay by the phone. Which map do I prefer to cast? Pangea is a lot of fun because there's typically always action kind of. There's always some sort of entanglement on the borders on a Pangea map the whole game. The problem with Pangea is it often gets shifted in favor of one player or another, and it turns into a quick game. Sometimes, if it's really highly skilled lobbies, then it's better because it's hard to take somebody out when it's really highly skilled lobbies. But we've seen recently where there's some differentials in the skills where Pangea just turned into really fast matches. Highlands is okay. I mean, you're going to see late game tanks and RDs and stuff like that, but it can be a little boring at times just to see people watching them sim and make their decisions. And you know, you got to hope for the map giving a little bit of border confrontations. So Gorgo is off the map, or off the board, I should say, and Matsumus is off the board. That's the bans from Cars. Very smart bans on Highlands map, of course. And then Team 2, it's up to them to get rid of the really, really strong #1 pick stuff. And they got rid of Coupe, who's broken on this map. Truly as broken as anything on any map. And they got rid of Russia, who can do pretty crazy things on a Highlands map also. Finally, Spain is off the board for Cars. That leaves No Spain, Matsumusa, or Gorgo. Those are 3 really strong civs that they're not targeting to pick first, but they don't want to see picked bang bang for picks 2 and 3 by the other guys. Barking Gang has one more choice for a ban, and then it'll be off to the races. I do like... what do I like for a ban here? Khmer, maybe? Because you don't want to ban... You want to ban something you don't want them to have. Like, Gaul is amazing on this map as well. But the thing is that you get 2 picks, right? So you want to make sure you leave 2 really strong picks after the 1. Ethiopia, okay, Ethiopia is a pretty good ban. That I don't know if they would have been picked first, though. You might have been able to leave Ethiopia for yourself. Basil's the #1 pick right off the get-go for Cars. Somebody's going to go Crusader King all over him. And now as Team 2, you've taken Ethiopia out of the mix, right? So what are you going to go here is going to be the question. We'll see what they want to do. Actually, it's not beta. It's the BBG actually just came out today. There's actually what was 4.5.2 beta is now just 4.5.2. The actual full mod has been released out of beta, so it's actually 2 completely separate mods. So yeah, Genghis Khan, of course, makes a lot of sense here. You gotta like that. Maybe a moneymaker as well. I like Gaul here, honestly. I like Gaul, and then you'll make your money later, maybe, with a Japan. Japan pick here wouldn't be terrible either on this map. I've seen Highlands go crazy. RJ, it's good to see you. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, okay, yeah. Highlands was the pick. They did the draft and then came back. Asbestos, good to see you. Yeah, so they had to back out because Corny had to reload because he didn't see somebody, and so they didn't go through the banning phase. They just went ahead and picked Highlands, which is actually, you can see it right there. Saladin. Okay, so Saladin keeps getting early picked, and I don't see it being valuable enough to pick this early. I'd rather have Khmer for it, honestly. I think Saladin's good. I think, you know, the Mamluks got a buff, and they got some adjacency issues that got added in. That makes them strong. I don't know if I like him as a first pick here. It means you're still looking for some money. Saladin could be a potential rejection of the Basil stuff, though, so we'll see what happens there. Poundmaker, a very strong pick on this map as well, and he will make money, of course, and he can scale out of his brains on a Highlands map. So Kree's pretty good pick there. I don't mind. I actually prefer Rome over Kree on this map, but they both work. So yes, spy missions are fixed. Spy missions now work correctly, so you can get spies leveled up and stuff. So you can do things with Mongolia without having to do the whole gambit with Terracotta. Cardamat, thank you very much. See if I can get rid of hiccups. China ban from Team 2. China, of course, on Highlands can be really good as well. They're not necessarily like a first phase pick, but they can definitely be a pick you do in the second half. And if they have enough space, and of course it's not hard to find free sim space on Highlands, China can do really fast culture victories if it's played well. And both of these teams are extremely highly skilled, so it's not hard for them to do the hard simming. Yeah, but Khmer, yeah, there is slightly less rivers, but you usually have a river bias. You're going to find at least one nice big river usually, and you can take advantage of that with 4 or 5 cities, getting them. And ultimately, you don't have to have rivers to make Khmer scale really well. Salad and Stonehenge. Very interesting ban from. I don't know if that's a target ban, maybe. To see Zulu banned by cars here, maybe that's a target ban to ban them off of a barking gang. These guys play against one another all the time. Of course, they do a lot of French simmers and stuff like that. So. Is someone favored pre-bans or pretty balanced teams? As I don't even mean by that as is someone favored as an really surprised France is still around now as well. Ethiopia ban is. I'm not sure about Barking Gang's bans there. I don't know if I would worry about those. What? Oh, one team over the other. Yeah, Cars is probably slightly favored. They have an extremely talented squad. I would definitely say that they might have a. I mean, Barking Gang is also very good. If I was going to give a favor, I would give a very slight edge to Cars, but very much a close game. 8 good players in the lobby. Hey Squeaks, how does a Civ tournament work? Well, there's different kinds of tournaments. There's Victoria ban. Okay. There's different kinds of tournaments. You've got tournaments like multi-week tournaments. Like there's like 2-month tournaments, like the one I'm working on right now, the Civ Invitational, or like the Civ World Cup. That there's like there's groups of people and they play 1 or 2 games a week through a group stage, and then they go into a play down stage and a playoffs, and then quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, and it takes like 6-8 weeks. So there's that, or there's also quick tournaments like a 3-day tournament, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this weekend, which is what we're in now, and it's just much quicker. Everybody plays everybody over the course of 3 days, and then a finals on Sunday. And yeah, there's just I think there's 14 teams combined, and there's lots of different things. Jadwiga, very strong. See, like I don't like. There was a ban here. I guess maybe they target banned Gandhi and then went Jadwiga. I guess I don't mind that. Siunduk on this map is sick, and Trajan is as well. I absolutely love this. I absolutely love the makeup of Team 1 here. What I would probably like to see though is like you're gonna have Trajan and Poundmaker probably go commercial hubs first, I would imagine, because Siunduk is a money suck, and obviously Basil is as well. So they're gonna have to have Poundmaker and Trajan focus on the money. Is this locked in? Is Gilgamesh locked in? Is that actually happening? No, it's not locked in. I think that's a troll. Jadwiga, they need a moneymaker big time. Like Team 2 is, I would see Japan here would be a huge pick. Somebody who's going to go Harbors first. Okay, Cyrus is also good, but money is going to be an issue. Money is going to be a serious issue for Barking Gang. Mamluks are good. And I think Saladin is playable in this meta, but I don't know if I would pick them in the first phase. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But yeah, Genghis Khan, Cyrus, they're gonna have to figure out a way to make some money somehow. Irish, how you doing, buddy? You've gifted 25 subs now. The big 2-5. Thank you, Irish. Congratulations to Cry Blood for receiving the love from the Twitch gods. So yeah, I don't mind this. I really like, honestly, to get both Rome and Cree on Highlands to mix in with Babel, like Basil and Siendok. That like this, it feels like a really strong draft. It's gonna be hard to beat. It's gonna be really hard to beat. Rage coming up here for maybe first or like order whatever. What do you call it? Slot order for Hypatia and some of the other great scientists, obviously Newton and stuff like that. Being able to get slot order and that, it's pretty good. Other than that, slot order is not a whole lot. Something like you got slot order for admirals is a problem. Yeah. Kevin, I hope it's a good game as well. Hey, Dr. Stas. It is a strange team. Patrol versus TV. Yeah, there's Rage is on this team. And then obviously Ben, and you can see John and our friend Corny on the team. So remap. So over the course of the 3-day tournament before the finals, each team has one remap token. So I think there's this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are in the world, and then there is one game, and then there's morning and afternoon tomorrow, and then morning Sunday. So I think there's 4 games that everybody plays, or something along those lines. There's 4 games that get played, and then in those games, every team gets one remap token. And then if they get to like the finals or like the 3 versus 4 or whatever the ranking levels for the final games on Sunday, then I think everybody gets a token after that. Wait, what? What's happening? We may have a relobby coming here. K-Dog, I am playing tomorrow. If today goes well, maybe I'll stream tomorrow, but it's going to be tricky. I have a game tomorrow, the same time as this one, I believe. If today goes well, I'll give a try on streaming it. But honestly, I don't know. As many of you may know by now, I got rejected from Twitch on my Twitch partnership, and I honestly don't know what I'm going to do next. I don't know if I'm just going to give up. I don't know if I'm going to keep trying. If I keep trying, that means I have to keep being very selective with my streams and looking at that number up in the corner there for number of viewers. And so I know when I'm casting, I've been getting really good numbers. I appreciate all your support. If I play tomorrow and I'm an hour in and I've got 50 people watching me, unfortunately, I just have to stop. If I'm going to go down the road of being selective on when I stream. So if it's a good day, then I'll keep going. Otherwise, there's only so much I can do. My co-caster is actually in the game. You can see him right here. My co-caster is playing for the day. Okay, John's back in. We'll see if this helps him. I think somebody's having trouble seeing somebody else or something like that. They're not seeing them present in the lobby or something. We did it, lads. Who, what, where, co-cast? Is there a list of settings for this game? So the settings we play the BBG mod, which the latest one just came out. We play a BBS mod, which helps formulate a map that tries to keep things standard and stuff across all the spawns. There's abundant resources. If it's anything other than Highlands, they play New World Age, but of course Highlands you don't need that. And abundant resources. You're guaranteed horses and iron in your capital. Yeah. And then we use multiplayer helper mod, which is broken half the time, but we use it anyway. Thank you, Evan. If I need the Prince level players heard, I will definitely let you know. Give you a contact for sure. Okay. What is happening? Any hosters? If you need the Switch player heard. Alright, it's ready up time. Kinsho, hello. You're 30 minutes late. You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. We were a little bit late getting going. Getting the game actually going, and then the draft got a hiccup, and then the draft got done, and then we saw 3 or 4 more hiccups. But now we're actually going to head in and take a look at a map and see what happens.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest
Bronto, it's
quest.
good to see you, by the way.
From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars.
Shep! I was just adjusting my stream title. Shep, thank you very much for the 1,000 biddies, buddy. Oh, wait, it doesn't show me the message. What was the... Why doesn't it show me the message? Oh, here it is. Oh, have a great stream, Lurk. Thank you very much, Shep, for the Lurk and the 1,000 biddies. You're very kind. It's good to see you. Any thoughts on the civs? I think both sides got good civs overall. Mongolia, very strong. Jadwiga, very, very strong. I actually like Jadwiga probably more than Saladin, to be honest with you. And Cyrus, like, and then on this side, like, I think it's going to be two good teams, two good drafts. I love the idea of both Kree and Rome on the same team. Like one of these guys is going to get a big free sim and scale out of their minds. I think it's a big chance there. Seb, thank you very much for gifting the tier 1 to Bronzo. That's very kind. Thank you, buddy. So he Rome has stepped across here to save a chop and a 2/2. He'll be surrounded by 2/2s. And then he opens up actually a cattle settle with a couple of diamonds and a 3/2. So that's actually an amazing expand right out of the gate for Rome. I like that a lot. In fact, I like it a lot. I think that was the smart choice for sure. So what he did basically there is he stepped to the iron. Was that really loud or is that just me? Holy cow. Thank you very much. Oh, I have to open up. Okay. I have to open up Streamlabs because that was a donation. I couldn't see where it was. So what he did is he stepped on the iron. He saw the cattle, said, I want to save the cattle settle, steps up here. Boom, boom. Very good expand right out of the gate. He can buy a 3/2. He can buy a 2/2/3. And just that's just fantastic. Oops. Up here, a pretty average Korea spawn, honestly. A lot of flat land around Korea on both sides. This is actually terrible. They did get a luxury settle, looks like. Is that what I think it is? Is that olives? Oh, it's wine. Okay, either way. They've got, I mean, they could go builder first into pastures for days, but they do not have good options. They got a chocolate hills up here, but even that expand is not good otherwise. This is not a good Korea spot. Korea is actually really hurting right now. Over here they've stepped to a 2/2 to pick up a 2/3. That is extremely good for Poland. What have we seen for settles? Cyrus 2/1 base, but does have a 3/2 and some 2/2s to work. Cut off in this direction, cut off by mountains. Will have really good campus options. They've got a 3 food expand on the lake here with 2/2s. Some really good land here. A river down here that works with a 3/2 spice. So if they have room, it looks like they have room, they're going to be really in good shape. And I do believe they're on the same team as Saladin. So Saladin's over here. And is set up to potentially do some trading with them. It's turn 2. Let's take a quick look from the individual perspective. So these guys are actually in a really good triangle here where they can actually get some stuff done. And if you're going to have somebody isolated, Mongolia is the one. He had a 2/1 base with a 4/2, and they can work that into a 1/3. This is going to be really pretty solid start on this side for Almegia as well, but he is isolated. There'll probably be a scout buy coming in. Actually, he's not that far. He's actually not that far here, so they're actually pretty tightly grouped. On the other side, it is actually pretty tightly grouped as well. Kree is over here. We didn't get a chance to look at their spawn. 2/2 with a free Pantheon. You gotta love that. And that must be their iron, I guess. 2/2 base with a 3/2 and a free Pantheon. That's fantastic. Another expand up here on a Lux. Yeah, these guys are close enough that they can work together. 2/2 base working everybody's got killer spawns, honestly. Korea's the one person who got screwed on spawn. And everybody's tightly grouped enough that there won't be any crazy warfare early. Like everyone, these guys are kind of all grouped up in the middle, and then the other ones are kind of grouped up on the sides. It's going to be something else. I want to take a look at Kree spawn for... Oh, it's going to show me. We got, what, just the one pasture. So, godly opening, but unfortunately not much in the way of pastures in that. Just the one pasture, no camps. So, not good in that sense. They have a really good expand down the river with a culture tile as well. Kree is going to have a really nice opener on this river. And then potentially the opportunity to... Could potentially expand up here, but they do have Mongolia as the one... Kree's the one person who's going to have to worry about something right there is Mongolia. Turn 5, we just saw, of course, the Akichita buy. Rome, we know, did good things here. We'd like to see what they did. They're going double scout. It was right into a settler for Cyrus. They've gone and found out that they're trapped back here, but they'll get an eye out for some good expands. Double scout on Krakow. Scout right into a settler on Arabia. They'll, of course, want to get a... maybe right in here. They'll get their holy site down. Obviously, this is a fantastic holy site as well, but you need mining to put it down. You want to get it down right away. So you throw it here, and then you throw a campus there later, maybe. It was scout into a settler for Mongolia. It's turn 7. Ben's got faith because of his free Pantheon. So he's going to get... What is he going to want for a Pantheon? It's so nice to have this too. Not only this, but you get to skip God King and go straight into urban planning, which is so nice for that extra production. Just imagine at turn 8, it basically turns this into a 3/3 tile kind of thing, right? It's essentially what it does by going urban planning early. And he's already got an eye on this and this. Really good expands. I don't know what. Maybe just go City Patron Goddess because there's nothing obvious. He could go Craftsman is okay, but I would like City Patron Goddess on Kree, to be honest with you. Get those commercial hubs up early. Free trade route for whoever gets commercial hubs up the fastest. I need to... Sorry. I have Streamlabs. I gotta get Streamlabs open so I can see what that donation was. Why won't it let me log in? Okay, pausing for a remap vote. Kree can war and plunder or with commercial opening. Yeah, war and plunder is not bad, but I'm not a big... I mean, it's not bad, but I would rather City Patron Goddess, to be honest with you, all day long. Both teams very quickly saying no. Both teams saying no right away. But yeah, I mean, it's true. It's true. War and Plunder would also be very good. I don't know. I'm a big City Patron fan. I just am. I'm a big City Patron Goddess fan, and so whenever I see a situation like that, I like to grab it. Yeah, it is. Especially like, I mean, it does the same kind of thing, right? It does the same kind of thing for grabbing the merchants as War and Plunder. That's the Ironside logo. Do you need to keep it? Yes, that's who this is who the tournament's sponsored by. That's who the tournament is sponsored by. That's why it's up there. It actually says so in the title, I believe. Where am I? Where's Arabia? Here we go. Sacred Path and Holy Site came down here, so this is a pretty good one. And where's he going to settle here? Maybe just settle the wheat and throw a Holy Site in there, or actually just throw the Holy Site there and leave open +4 campuses on both sides. I don't have a command set up. I have not been on my game today, guys. I didn't get a lot of things done where I'd like to. Double settler here. Settler in 2. It was double scout in here, so the settler's still 2 turns away, but I can only imagine the cattle is to settle down here, and hopefully they'll have money to buy some tiles. The rice settle, I would think. It's quick. I like it. The part of your screen is... Oh, the... Okay. Mongolia. The wonder from Mongolia. What wonder? Sorry. Oh, yeah. Down here is Zhang Yi. Good eye. So, Builder in here... He's going to go to the stone, I would think. Builder into Holy Site completion. He's going to get the tile improvements in order to get things sped up. It'll maybe make a project faster as well when he does a project for his religion. Settler into another settler. He's heading up towards the Wonder, maybe to settle the maze. pretty minimal options for really nice Saywans, but anyway, I don't know why it won't let me log into Streamlabs right now, but whoever gave the donation, I missed who it was. I even missed how much it was for, but thank you for the donation. It is very kind of you. I'll figure it out in a minute once things slow down a bit. Settler to another settler. Improvement here. I like this so you can get irrigation up to start making money. I actually like this. Gets irrigation faster, boosted for the team. Gets a Lux online, an extra 4 gold. I actually don't mind that play at all. And he's going to have a nice quick settle here. 1, 2, 3, settle 4. You got to like that. He's got the scout in play. He's going to be able to settle quick there as well. Settle next turn. Holy Site in 3 versus... Where's Arabia? Oh, Settler's gone over here. Okay. I don't mind that. There's actually sugar there and some 2/2s. Maybe he throws his Sacred Path down here on top of the horses. Possibly. The Holy Site is built. And this Holy Site's 2 away. So going Builder here, and then he went into Open Sky. I like Open Sky a lot here. I like Open Sky a lot. Did he get a Builder from a hut? He just got a Builder from a hut there, didn't he? He must have. I like Open Sky on Byzantium a lot, though. That early culture to get him boosted and move towards the UU and that's... Ooh, I like it a lot. Persia, you said Persia's close. I mean, Persia's actually close to his friends, not enemies. I guess he is fairly close to Korea. This is probably the other location where there's close combat. He'll have to fight off. He'll have to find a way to fight off the Hawatches. He's got really good chokes in here. He can probably manage quite well. He did settle the 3-1 base, as we saw. Really good stuff out here as well. He can settle there and then settle back this way. He should have really good science to be able to keep up with whatever Korea can throw at him. One would certainly hope. He actually settled here. Okay, I thought maybe he'd settle the maze in order to open up a settle down here. If he'd have settled maze, I would have liked to have seen the maze settle, honestly. And then you could have settled this. Just to kind of open up. Although this is really crap land. There's no good settle down here anyway. I forget what I said. This is garbage. This is actually garbage. Like, Korea's is right now. Who's playing? Rage right now is probably actually raging. If I was him. I prefer the maze settle too, animation. I prefer the maze settle because you get the tiles for cheaper. And you've got really good land. You could have actually done a decent... a pretty decent setup for your Seiwan somewhere in here, like maybe here. I don't know, but the only thing is, it would have been way cheaper. Plus you're getting 2 gold a turn, so not only cheaper but making you gold. And it actually grabs a 2/2, and I mean the 2/2 settles, I guess, still available with lots of hills up here. So technically, he could go and grab a 2/2 settle and do a Seiwan up in here. Not a very good to be in the tundra, but with these tiles helping, it's not so bad. But if you go here, my first thought was maze, but then I thought it opens up something down here, and there's nothing down here, which is brutal. As long as you're right, though, as long as you've got 2 mines, it makes it a +3. That's still pretty good. On Highlands, you'd like to be getting at least a +4, but they just have a bad spawn right now, unfortunately. Okay, so Holy Site Project. This is what I want to get back to. Holy Site Project. Wait, did they get one? Oh no, they just got it. Oh, wow. They're in trouble. They need to 1-turn a Holy Site Project. He needs to 1-turn a Holy Site Project. They have projected hard. Arabia projected hard. Now, if they don't do another project, there's still 2 away.
How do you do it, sir? Pure awesomeness all day, every day.
Thank you, Hemlock.
Normal heart, normal thumbs up,
11
normal
months.
rage, normal nom, normal bark.
Interesting choice there. +3. You could have gone here. The +4, but oh well. I guess it keeps it close in case he wants to do a government plaza setup. Without another project, he might open things up for Byzantium here. Honestly. Oh, it's only going to be a one-turner. Or a two-turner. It's not going to be a one-turner. Oh, baby. So, it's going to be a race. It's going to be a race. He can first turn... where's Arabia? Oh, no, it's not. It's not about slot order. It's about who does it first, though, right? But he won't be able to do it next turn. Because they can both recruit and make... As long as you get into the screen. Before it's taken, right? So as long as... But it's going to actually be project finish. And they actually get it. Next turn, he recruits and goes over. That happened to Jack once, where he was playing Byzantium, got his prophet, moved onto the holy site, clicked the button, got in, and it said that he could take Crusader, but he had clicked the wrong first part. He went Coral when he wanted to go Feed, or Free when he wanted to go Coral. And when he backed out to grab Coral and then went back in, Crusade had gone away. We should see it here any second. He's not doing it in a hurry. Like, he's not panicking. He's lucky. Corny could have actually been kind of hosed there. He's gonna actually get it. They both got recruited there, but he's gonna get it, and he got his okay. Wow. So he got his Coral, but he went Tithe, which tells me I think he's daring the other guys to steal it from him. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with that. Corny. What is that all about? I mean, he can eventually use Crusade. I mean, he is a long ways away from the enemy. Like, he's like way down this way, or like way over here away from the enemy, but is he daring them to steal Crusade? Like, yeah, he took Crusade away from him. I think his thought is he just wants to sim and then late game tanks and stuff. Like, late game Basil is pretty sick. And I guess he just figures that's what his plan is. I don't know. Yeah, absolutely. Like, getting Coral, but you don't, like, I mean, Coral isn't part of the conversation, right? It's Tithe over, it's denying Tithe. And honestly, denying Tithe is also pretty big, because these guys aren't big gold makers. There's not a whole lot of gold makers here. Poland can make some gold if they grab their commercial hubs. And obviously Cyrus generally is going to want to get some commercial hubs up early. They actually have currency next turn. So they've gone right to currency. They're going to go and throw down commercial hubs here as quick as they can on enough spots that they can get maybe competition going for merchant. By the way, God of War and Plunder. Whoa. Animation. Somebody had Animation's idea versus fertility rates. So the fertility rates was actually the builder he grabbed early, right? Interestingly, though, he didn't go and grab the gold off of these. He improved the farm. Ben, what are you doing? He improved the farm and the horses, which I like. Oh, sorry, I'm not sure I like the farm, but I like the horses. I don't know. I don't know what that was. I think people like fertility rates way too much. There's situations where that a really quick early builder can give you a lot of tempo, but honestly, I think you give up a lot. I think you give up a lot there. I don't know. I don't think is as strong as some people like. Rome doing Rome things. We of course saw the 3-1 settle. He's got the horses up. He's got diamonds going. Still hasn't gotten the 3-2 here, but he does have a 3-2 there. I mean, it does give you the irrigation boost, and it's a 4-1 tile, still strong tile. But I like to use a builder that early. I like to use on production. To be honest with you, 2-2 base. He's got stones here. Does he have enough stones to make circles work? Not really. He actually has a really good craftsman. He's got 2 craftsmen here. He's got craftsmen in the capital, or in, sorry, the second city. He kind of stepped. Yeah, it's not a bad craftsman. We saw War and Plunder there. We saw craftsman up here actually. Craftsman because people get lost and don't know what else to take. So they spent all the money and bought all the tiles, but that was expensive. That was expensive. What the hell? Scouts on the Saywans. This is actually a +4 Saywan once you get rid of the sheep. That's actually a +4, and then this is get a couple of anyway. So Arabia ended up with reliquaries and crusade. Funny that that was obvious. I was gonna say that's funny why Arabia would take that. Arabia ended up with Poland ended up with reliquaries and did a crusade deny. Byzantium. Words are hard. I'm having a rough day. Arabia got Feed the World and Pilgrimage, so they're going to be happy with that. I think especially some of these cities are lacking food a little bit, so they're going to be pretty happy about that, I would think. Another settler on the way. I would think he's going to go settle this rice. It sets him up for some good options, campus-wise and holy site-wise, early on. He's got good expands down this way as well. Really nice land down here, honestly. These guys are hooked up. Arabia is in complete... Absolutely. Arabia could not be more protected. They've got a teammate to their right, a teammate to their left, a teammate to their north, and nothing to their south, but good land. Like, Arabia is just dream come true right now. Just nothing but hills. Plus, they have Feed the World, so this is Godland for Feed the World right here. Like, this is Godland for Feed the World. Nothing but plains hills for days. Just settle the crap out of this. This settler comes down here, and then you just start feeding monumentality settlers down in here. Just boom, boom, buy builders, boom, 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 buy builders, settler, boom, boom, boom. Like, this is just godly. These two can share this wonder. Just each of them settle one side of it. Holy cow. We haven't taken a good look at Poland yet. They did move to the 2-2 base and picked up an early 2-3. It's given them some good tempo. Stone Circles would actually work on them. What did they end up taking? River Goddess. Okay. River Goddess, and their second city doesn't even get to take advantage of it. They'll be able to throw a city up here that I guess could get it in there. And they'll be able to put a city over in here that can take advantage of it. That's the settler on the way actually there now. I mean, I suppose a city up here on this, they could throw it on River Goddess. And they have all this area over here first as well. So they have settles over here for River Goddess. Maybe take out Brussels early would be a really smart play. A really, really smart play, honestly. And then they can settle down into here. Actually, Poland's got really good land as well. The only thing that Poland needs to worry about is obviously rage here. But Korea's got double problems because they've actually got 2 people close to them. So it's a bit of a, Korea's probably just going to try and hold this part here, and then Rome sims up. We talked about Rome earlier. 3 really good settles out of the gate. Religious idols. Oh, religious idols for a little bit of faith and gold boosts. Look at these. You don't see religious idols very often. Rage may have to defend Immortals. We'll see what he's doing here. He's going bronze working in 3. That's not a fast bronze working. Turn 28 bronze working is not quick at all. So I don't know. He's gone commercial hubs. He actually went straight to commercial hubs first. So I don't imagine he's doing any sort of major immortal push thoughts. Maybe he'll get a few out, but I don't think it's a big plan. Kree doesn't really have a good choke point to defend either. No, they don't. It's going to be... He's really going to have to try and get a really good sim. He's going to have to back settle because I don't think he wants to try to push. There's nothing really to settle here. This is all kind of crappy land as well. Like, what is he going to do? Maybe like an olive settle back here. He actually has a pretty good Seiwon here on an olive settle. And then... Shoot, that takes away the rice settle. I'm just trying to figure out where he can back settle. Like 3 cities back settled in here. And just get a really quick science sim. Like he's really going to have to go hard. He's really going to have to go hard for quick science. 6A1, like really quick. Get to his UU and defend this area until, like, say a Roman... hard sim comes at like turn 80 or turn 85 or something. Really curious to see what Corny's thoughts are. He's got a settler out and 2 more settlers coming. He's going to get wide in a hurry. He, of course, is getting really big early culture. State workforce next turn. Sorry, I looked at the wrong one. He actually has political philosophy next turn. He's going to have political philosophy on turn 27. That's huge. And so he's actually ahead of Rome. That's how valuable this is. Look at this. He has 5 culture from Open Sky already. 5 culture from Open Sky already. That's actually insane. Really well played. And he's got to love it. He's going to settle here, and he's going to have 2 more up really quickly. What's the gold like? Would you ever buy a builder here? They don't really have the gold. You definitely builder first, though. This is definitely builder first into a couple of pastures. And like I said, settler out here, settler out up here. He's on a complete free sim. Get wide, get simming. He's got a silk settled over here as well. He's actually got Pamukali that can give him some adjacencies, although Rome might grab that one actually. My guess is Rome steals this from him. How much is Korea scouted? Probably not a lot, because he had his scouts double back to protect his Seiwons. He sees this border, and he went down here far enough to see where they are. He actually never even actually got to see. Maybe he'll have this scout try to poke his nose in and take a look at a city, just so that he can actually physically see a city. My guess is he'll probably try to sneak up in here and just get a city center visible. Korea's going to have their hands full. Rage is a really good player. He's a really good simmer in particular. And so it's going to be incumbent upon him. He's going to have a fast Gov Plaza. It's going to be incumbent upon him to have a really good game. I think it's important for him to get a lot of tempo. He's actually getting encampment up and an encampment training. He's going to get a general and make sure he's safe. That will actually probably... It could actually even potentially be a bit of an overplay, because it was commercial hubs first on Persia, who doesn't appear to have any intention. In fact, I don't like this at all. I don't like this. This is just giving up era score for next era. Maybe he needed it. Maybe we should check. He actually needed it. Well, 3 turns. He could have waited. He could have waited. That gave him his golden, but he maybe just could have waited. I don't know. Getting some builders out. But like I said, commercial hubs first. You're not going to get attacks here. and it's holy sites and settlers in here. So this is actually by Rage a little bit of an overreaction. Maybe just playing a little bit nervous about stuff, but like I said, Rage is a really good simmer, and he's got craftsmen. He's gonna get some. If he can get some builders out, he needs to get like 2 or 3 builders out and really get these cities rocking. Maybe chop out a couple of units, get some archers, and be ready to get some horses up or something just to protect. But he should be fine. It is better safe than sorry to get a general. I don't hate I don't hate it, but it's going to turn out to be retrospect. Like he's running 2 projects. Like he's going, like, is anybody else even making, he's not even, like, nobody else is even making general points, and he's running a 2nd project. I don't like it. Sorry. I mean, there's no settle on this river because he's too close. I would like to see a settle here, probably. Like, settle something like this, and then you can settle non-fresh back in here by Persia. Like, so that'd be 3, and then you could go like 4, 5, 6, maybe take out Johannesburg or something. Get to 8 cities. You can actually, yeah, that's about all you can do. Builders are out. Yeah, I don't know, Rage. Couple more settlers coming here. Omegia needs to find 2 era score in the next 2 turns, or it's going to be trouble. Maybe the rice settle here by Mongolia? I guess if he settles floodplains and it was the first time he does it, that'll be era score. So he could settle the rice. It's not a great settle, but I guess there's actually, yeah. That hurricane we saw actually made a 3-2 there and a 3-2 there. So settle this, buy those 2 tiles. This one first for sure, because you can get this one later. Buy this, grow into that maybe. Corny settled exactly where we thought he would, and he did go builder first. That's the. So those of you wondering out there, you know, most of the time it's like, okay, monuments first, right? You always go monuments first, especially early. But when you think about it, the builder's cheaper right now, and the builder can make the same culture as a monument and add 2 production. Then you get the monument that much faster because you're working a couple of 2, 3 tiles. So builder first all day long with God of Open Sky. And this settler came up here. He's going to settle. He'll probably settle here. Yeah, he's going to settle here. Brings in a nice campus there potentially. And he can buy the 3-2, 2-2 base, grow into a 2-2. Pretty nice settle. Although maybe a settle in place to open up this. I got to assume he's seen that. Oh no, because he can still settle this. Yeah. You settle here and then you can still settle there. We'll see. Maybe he just settles right in place. Well, either option's fine. Or he can settle here and the rice. Actually, he's on the coast here. Ooh, okay. So you settle in place, I think. He settles in place and then he settles the rice. It's going to be hard on... it's hard for me. I can't really tell on loyalty, but this is his capital here, right? This might be tricky on loyalty, but... because it's a long ways from his capital in particular. We'll see what he does here. He might come here, but then they would open up a settle up here somewhere. He'd have to settle somewhere up here to get a coastal settle. Because, yeah, setting up coastal traders here would be huge for some early gold. We'll see what his decision is. Settling in here. Did not settle the 2-2 base culture silk tile. He's going to go ahead and work that. It's fine. There's not a lot of really good tiles in the area, so he probably wanted to save the tile for working. I'm hearing the purchasing of stuff. Oh, it's New Era, so people are spending their faith. Arabia's buying builders and settlers all around. Settler on the way here. Poland is builders all around. As we start up the monumentality, that's obviously very good. He needs to get some tiles improved. The horse is up. If he can actually get the tech. He's going masonry or finished masonry. Stone circles would have been really good on him. I don't know. River Goddess is going to helpful as well, obviously. And I guess he can just chop. He can chop all the stone and mine it up. He's going to have really productive cities. This is pretty nice. Probably the right call. Is this guy waiting? This guy could be coming around here, laying in wait for a settler coming here. That's Cree. He's not on Poland's team, right? Yeah. Did Mongolia make Golden Age, by the way? They did. They found the era score they needed. Did anybody take anything out of the ordinary? No. It's Penbrush. And actually, so Corny, I'm going to talk about this in a little bit more. So Corny has actually gone 2 holy sites only into Penbrush and not monumentality. So he's not even worrying about faith generation. He's got 20 faith to turn, but he's not even worried about it. He wants full on sim, and I like it. And we saw this a little bit. He was watching Falcon. He was actually casting with me when we watched Falcon. He's going audience. I like it. And there's a number of different timings. Now, he doesn't need a timing in terms of his tagmas or whatever. He's just going full free sim. And with 5 cities already down, I think he just he values the culture right now over anything else. Yeah. He could have easily got monumentality though, honestly. That's a little bit unusual. Obviously 2 monumentalities on the other team to go with a couple of corals. He's going to get settled in here. And it's not the greatest city, honestly. There's good hills and stuff, so he'll be able to grow in this way, but grasslands into tundra, not so bad. So yeah, it's just full free sim right now on Corny. Maybe what he'll do is he'll go coral. He'll go, maybe he's going to go Penbrush into a monumentality second. Just let that faith just save up. And then just get a ton of tempo at like turn 60-ish. The Yosemite City is pretty good. It's... I don't know. He has River Goddess, so he could settle this and throw down a holy site. You can get a pretty good holy site up here. There's actually a really good campus as well. There's not a lot of hills around. I guess there's a lot of hills here. You could use the food here off the hills there, build a campus and a holy site. Yeah, you could make it work. It's not great, but you could make it work for a couple. Snowsemity. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, you could use the food. You've got a fair amount of food, and then you could, like, if you settled in here somewhere, yeah, you could settle here for a 2-2 base. And grab the food tiles and work off the mines. Once you've got, like, you can turn these into 1-3s. So you have 3 food tiles, 3 food tiles, and some 1-3s to turn into a lot of 2-2s. So it actually could work. And of course you're getting science and gold out of it. And then you can put a really nice holy site in. You can actually settle here and go holy site campus with your River Goddess. You could actually do something like that, and then just grab the food tiles and grab the hills. It's not that bad. It can work. Thank you for the lurk, Kevin. He could put some unit. He could do like a Tagma rush, and jump in the water with shipbuilding and do a surprise attack. That's definitely a possibility. It's something that Persia needs to keep their eye open for. We see an ancestral hall coming in here, so big plans, free sim, but they're hoping for it anyway. For audience chamber, good to see. The Immortal's up, but he's actually gone with an encampment here just to block this choke with an Immortal. Getting another one up, but certainly no plans for a push. This is going to be just a washout, I guess. Tunnel Rush. Mongolia Sim, 4 cities going into a couple settlers. How close are they to even pushing anybody? They're actually decent range to Cree, but you always want to make sure you're getting like 6 or 7 cities on Highlands because everybody else is, right? It's just there's too much space to not be doing it. Potentially a settle down here, maybe even non-fresh with the 3-3 and all these good tiles. And then maybe throw something in here as a forward settle. Just build 3 or 4 horses, come up here, secure this land, and forward settle. Give yourself an forward operating to push into Cree. Make Cree think about what they're doing. Who's got a good sim on early? Cree with a 10. Oh, look at the stats on Rage. This is what it's all about here. You get an early 5-pop Moksha and an early 6-pop Pingala into your Saywans, which are half price, of course. You get those built in every city, and then you get your pen brush working for you. And he's having himself a good start. Obviously, Korea famous for being able to do really quick starts. And Corny's got the big culture, obviously, with does he have shrines built? Yeah, so he's got some shrines built there for extra culture. He, of course, is making all kinds of culture. We talked about this here. Really fast monument, working fast tiles here. Josh, the first to 48 months. He beat Shep. Shep was in here earlier with the dono. He obviously, he's obviously behind you by a little bit. Ben just pillaged Arabia's plaza. Really? He did. He's going to cost him his life, but he did get a pillage in. Settlers getting built. Settler out here. He's going to come and settle a forest fire on the... Oh, no, I can't settle that. He's going to have to... What's he going to settle? He probably wants to settle where that was. I don't know. 4 years and 1 month the following. 4 years. 4 years. The very first to 4 years. 4,000 biddies. Thank you, Josh. 4,000 biddies for 4 years. That's 1,000 biddies a year. Just imagine in 10 years what it's going to cost you. Thank you very much for that, Josh. Only feels like 3. Oh, man. The last 24 hours has felt like 3 years to me, Josh, to be honest with you. Destoria, how you doing, by the way? Good to see you. 4 years. So Shep's going to be 4 years tomorrow, I guess. Or maybe he'll log on. He's here lurking, so maybe he'll take a look over later. And settlers out, archers out, protecting. He's actually going to go settle it. Maybe he's going to settle this. This is actually a really good settle. He's got a river goddess set up. I would prefer to settle here and here, maybe. No, we'll see what he does. There's a few options. Is Chemical still a sub? I mean, he's still following, I would imagine. He hasn't ever been a sub, I don't think. Other than when they were gifted. Immortal's taking a peek. Did he ever actually come in and actually see a city? I think he did, right? This guy came through, I think, and saw. Let's check. Oh, he didn't actually get in close enough to see a city yet. That's actually important. He needs to go and... He needs to get a horse up in here and try and find a city. Good, thanks. Chilling on the stream to see big... yes. Big plays. Big lobby. Big lobby. Destoria, you know, you're obviously very familiar with the Barking Gang crew. Play with and against them all the time. And then it's quite the team they put together over here on the Cars side as well. So not too shabby. Be interested to see what Rage does here. He's obviously got a really quick... Is he doing another encampment project? Is he trying to deny generals at this point? 2 are out. Persia's got 1. Is he trying to deny or something? I mean, nobody else is even going for 1. Stonehenge play here. He's got a really good sim on, but I'd like to see him. He's got a settler coming here. I'd like to see this be a settler, to be honest with you. I prefer he had a couple settlers coming and come in here, maybe settle the stone and the olives, and come down here, maybe settle the rice, get like 6 or 7 cities, and make sure that tempo keeps going. He's got a really good sim going already. Wow. Whoa, sorry. What's going on? Okay. Sorry, a little bit of lag there. Is he going to come in forward settle? He might plop down on the diamonds here. It's actually got a good Seiwan, to be honest with you. Maybe that was his plan. That could have been his plan, is get some units and get a general and put some pressure on and come get the forward settle. I actually don't mind it because it's really easy to hold. If you could ever settle it and buy the tile, maybe. The problem is he's going to have to get through some Immortals. There's a General and Immortals here. It's going to be a very interesting interaction here early. 5 cities on Cree, by the way. Commercial hub project. He wants to go get that trade route capacity. He's actually going to beat Persia to it if he gets it in 2 turns. He gets it next turn. Yeah. So he's going to actually steal the trade route merchant from Persia, assuming Persia's not doing it. He's not. Interesting that Persia went Ancestral Hall and is now still sitting on 3 cities and having to spam units. I would have much preferred to have seen an audience play there, to be perfectly honest with you. I think he's decided to turn this around. He stepped here and then stepped here. I think he's changed his mind. I think he's seen enough Immortals that this settle just doesn't feel reasonable. Yeah. He had it. He had the idea, but the Immortals were there in time. This is going to be... He's going to have to be careful. The Immortals... He's going to need a lot of units. Colosseum, turn 38. Wow. Destoria. You thought you had a fast Colosseum. What was it? Turn 40 you had the other day, right? Try turn 38. Magnus go chop chop burr. I wasn't even fast enough to see the entertainment complex. So Mongolia doesn't have cheap general 30 points with card for Keshig. Oh yeah, that'd be a good point. Don't let them. They don't really know much about where Mongolia is, but if he denies a general, he can't just get it cheap. Although he hasn't even considered the idea right now. But yeah, actually, Cree is doing it. Cree's actually got the card in, I think. Did they build an encampment? No. So Cree's got the card in himself. So Cree's going to get one with the card, maybe, if he's lucky. By the way, he did get the merchant. Yeah, he did get the merchant. Anybody challenging on the scientists? Not really. Only his teammate. Okay. Civ FR people usually do it between turn 32 and 36. Usually Rome has it really fast with free monument. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they get to the they get 3 cities down. That's 6 cultures so fast, and then they just slam through. They've almost always got political philosophy before turn 30. If you're doing it right, you should have it like turn 27, and then you just race to it, throw it down. Yeah, Civ FR. Somebody's mentioning that. Oh, did he use... Oh, maybe. Was it Sun Tzu? Did he get Sun Tzu? Yeah, he did. He got Sun Tzu, and he popped the book right away. I was wondering about that. I was looking for his general, and I'm like, maybe he did a little bit of exploring. So he got Sun Tzu. He's projecting for Sun Tzu for the book, and then he projected again for a general to... There you go. That's exactly what he did. Hey, JR. Yeah, you can. So yeah, you can actually. You can, if you're rushing it, you slam through here. You go here first, and the thing is that you can go political philosophy. If you go political philosophy first, you're actually losing out on era score. You can rush games and wreck, and then come back for political philosophy for era score in the next year as well. That's a good point. So 5 cities out. He did settle the Wonder. Although his choice on settle is going to be a little bit short on production compared to where I was thinking. It's obviously a nice little science boost early. He's going to grow fast. If he gets lumber mills up, he can have a couple of good lumber mills, I suppose. But yeah, it's a little bit light on production overall. But it'll work. He'll get it going. Not too bad. Granary first for housing. Considering the stats here, I guess we already lose this. Who's we? Do we think Mongols are going to play rough for a bit, or are they just holding a border position? Oh, you're in the barking side? Okay. I was assuming. I was assuming that was your team. I've done a lot of barking games. I don't know if I guess I've seen you. I think I've seen you maybe play with them a couple times. The red team. Oh, this is an immortal push. 5 immortals, 6, a 7th coming, and then he's simming a little bit in behind, but he's really slow because of this immortal push. It's going to keep obviously. It's going to keep Rage busy. He's got machinery next turn. Shut him down. 56 science. Shut him down. Did he get... Okay, no, he's only got the 1 so far. So if they can get the gold, obviously he won't have he's got civil service next turn, so he'll have alliance, and he'll boost it for JJ. So he'll actually have alliance next turn. That'll be +5. He'll have over him. Nobody else is going to have it. So that's really nice to see fast culture for alliance on this. I like that a lot. And then he can go. He won't have. What's the guy for gold? He has 215 gold. He's waiting. Next turn he gets crossbows. Next turn he gets crossbows and probably hard upgrades too. And he'll be able to shut this down pretty quick. By the way, 7 cities and another settler coming on Poland. They're getting pressures being put on here. Poland's going to stay on free sim. We haven't checked out Arabia's free sim. He has god tier land. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't mind this. This is okay. Actually, the fire actually made it really strong. He's on his way over here. This isn't bad. I love to see him get down here, though. He actually did just put a city down there. Okay. I love the options for cities in here and in here. Just amazing land. He does, of course, have Feed the World. He's getting up the big campuses. Wait, where is the city's campus? Oh, okay, in here. Okay. So this city's campus is in there. This, of course, campus there. He'll have to wait till pop 7 to put the campus down in there. Getting his free sim on, though. Getting his holy sites down for Feed the World. He's got an amazing free sim. I'd like to see somebody come and get a piece of this at some point. It's a quick... a COD got taken down. Really nice takedown on a COD. We mentioned that earlier as a possibility. The horses into a settler. He's actually got a really wide play here. He's going audience. He's got 5 cities. Took a 6th. He's going 7, 8. Like I mentioned earlier, get a couple... Ooh, spicy. He's going to need to be a little careful. He needs to get this horse over. He can't move this turn. He's actually got a really... He's actually could lose his settler. He's going to have to bring it to here. He's got to move. He's got to move to here. Oh, actually, interesting. He shift entered away. Okay. You could actually chase that down and through here and go see where it is. But I mentioned earlier, I like the forward settle here. Secure it with the... I was thinking secure it with a couple horses, but he took a couple horses over to Akkad instead. But secure this settle. Secure this settle. He's going to have a really fast tempo. He's gone commercial hubs first all around. Nobody challenging for scientists, but the commercial hub battle is fierce. He's actually going Second City Government Plaza Audience Chamber. Oh no, so that's his capital. He's just in all forward settles. Sorry, I was thinking this was his capital. Okay. Yes, so very interesting play by Corny. I'm gonna be interested to talk about it. So he just said, "I don't even give a damn." Oh, nice, by the way. He said, "I don't even give a damn about your crusade," and he actually got the first, had the first choice, and he went choral music Tithe, and just said, "Go ahead and take crusade if you want it." And so the Poland went reliquaries and denied the crusade, and they've since taken pagodas, which is a nice secure. That this could be actually pretty big. On this map where it feels like it's like east versus west, securing pagodas could be huge. There's a couple of fronts where there's obviously some action. This is a stalemate. He did get the 2 crossbow upgrades with the general. These going to actually go burr pretty good in here. So yeah, this is likely going to be a stalemate here. These guys have, for the most part, just stayed free sim. They were far enough away. I'm surprised he didn't take one more step to here for a 2-2 base, working the 3-2. To be honest, maybe because he wants to buy the coffee. This is still a good settle, honestly. It's still really good. The horse is coming over here, so he can go ahead and move up to get this settle in. The horsies. Commercial hub's getting a campus online. Mongolia is making a bit of a long play. He'll be a little slow to cash eggs, but you don't see a dammable isle in his empire. You don't see a dammable in whose empire? Lots of builders coming online. I'm guessing that's going to be into a... I'm guessing Rome is finishing off, or just got finished finishing off feudalism. So that's exactly what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen. Get your builders ready to go. Get them on 1 turn. Finish feudalism. Pop that card in. 5 charge builders all around. Chop chop. Improve everything. Settler coming here. What did he go? Did he get his Gov Plaza up? He's going to Ancestral Hall. He's going to maybe he moves Magnus. Where does he move Magnus? Maybe move... Oh, he's already got... Can't do it there, really. Oh, by the way, if these trade routes go through the city... Wow. As long as the trade routes come through this city... They need to get a trading post here, and he can get a Reina trade route set up. They're actually setting it up Reina on both ends right here for trade routes. But you probably want to move Magnus at this point and chop out some more settlers. Here comes the back settle there. Again, another crossbow upgrade is turning things around there. Mongolia waiting for tanks. I mean, at this point, they're going to want to try and get some sort of caching timing in order to harass. Ooh. So a bit of a flank coming with the crossbows hitting like a ton of bricks. Yeah. Crossbows with a general being able to step on a hill and shoot. Like, these things are going to get melted if he's not careful. He may very well... He's getting more builders up. It's probably his own... where is he? Divine Right. So yeah, he's out. He already did feudalism as well. So he's getting his own feudal builders up now. It's still not Hypatia, by the way. So, and the only people, there's nobody really... Arabia's got 1 up. He could project for Hypatia and get in position. So it's going to be important for maybe Crete to get into position to take this one. So that, or they take this one so that Korea can take the other one behind it. Because if Arabia projects, then he can get in a position where Korea will be screwed and can't get Hypatia. Yeah, this is his teammate. He's actually already got a trade route on the way. Does he have much in the way of pastures and camps? Not really. Actually, this city's got better than the other one. Yeah. But, yeah, he'll absolutely expand in this direction. He's got a couple lakes here. He actually has a settle right here. And then he probably settles there. And then he probably settles, like, here or here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he settles the wheat. He settles this hill. He settles this hill. That's 3 more cities. And then he could still settle this coast down here somewhere. So that's 4, 5. Yeah, it's an 8-city setup. Yeah, that'll be an 8-city setup. You can get 4 more cities over here. He's got Ancestral Hall, so they'll come out quickly. He'll have a quick 8-city setup. He'll probably get another city in here somewhere. And then he can even continue to expand up this way. He can get at least... I'd love to see Rome get at least a dozen cities here. Minimum dozen cities I'd like to see. You said he doesn't give a damn. Oh, he doesn't give a damn. Oh, I see what you're saying now. So Corny going Harbor. He did settle in place, by the way. I had a feeling he would. I will be surprised if he doesn't go ahead and throw a city on this. Although I guess he's doing... These guys are doing traders, so he should probably get a settler up here as quick as he can. To set up trade routes with Korea. Because these two are trading partners here. For sure. Because that's the only Kree option for trading partners. So these two have to be trading partners. And that can work well. Is there a point where more cities is not the goal? I can't think of an event where you say 12 is too many. I mean, you settle until there's no more good cities, or it's too late. I had a game on Highlands playing Rome a couple months ago during a very similar CCC tournament in the CPL. And I played a Rome game. I went 16 cities. And that game almost got the Giant Death Robots. It was a tough game. Actually, Animation was in that game. I was playing against Animation, and he was on the other side of a mountain ridge with Korea. And I was in such a tough spot because I needed to defend Culture Victory. I had to be a goal maker. Then everyone's like, okay, you need to beat Animation to planes so you can block chokes. So I had to go get planes. And then it's like, okay, now you got to go get nukes. And so I had to beat everybody to nukes. And ended up being a nuke fest that we ended up losing. But that was a crazy game. JR, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you for the tier 1. That's very kind of you. Welcome in. Good to see you. So, Ancestral Hall, if you're on complete free sim like this as Rome is, I'll be disappointed if he doesn't get 16 cities here. Just with 8 city Coliseum and just get super wide really fast. I would love to see it. No problemo, Papa. Thank you, bud. Thank you for everything. By the way, I'm going to see if I can get logged in. Nobody even spoiled the... Does anybody know who gave the sub earlier, by the way? Or the donation? There's the login button. There we go. It was broken. I'm going to find out here in a second. You can't hide from me. Lots of builders. Oh, he's getting granary up because he doesn't have... Yeah. 4,000 biddies from Josh. Oh, there it is. Edmund with $10 to drown your sorrows of non-partner by giving you a starter on your inflatable hot tub. Inflatable hot tub pog. Thank you to Edmund. Appreciate the generous. It was Edmund, yeah. For whatever reason, it wasn't letting me log in earlier. So settlers are finally coming out. It was Ancestral Hall, Persia, but of course they've had to spam units to make the contention here. And so finally the settlers are coming. Apadana play, Adamanaki play, a couple of campuses going up. Interesting. The free sim down here. It's all about holy sites and feed the world, and then he's just gonna have to scale. Ooh. Ooh, spicy. Oh wait, no, that's a hill. He can see it. It's too late. The settler can see it. I didn't think that was a hill, and then I'm like, wait, is that a sheep? That's got to be a hill. Not as spicy as I thought. Ooh. Okay, so this is why I said earlier that you want to bring 2 or 3 horses to secure this line before you settle the city, because he plopped the city down. He did have the 1 horse. I don't know where he put it. And the other horses were like over here, and they didn't get in position, and now he loses the city. That is poorly done. You want to secure this line. This is too much contention, and Kree has done a good job here of having horses in play. And there's a good chance he loses this city now if he's got first moves. Yeah, this city's gone if he gets first moves in. Ancestral Hall is fine, but well, that's the good thing about Rome, especially getting super wide, because you got your Great Bath, which means an amenity. So you're worried about the audience chamber, especially if you're gonna have lots of cities. But yeah, you got Great Bath, and and you can also settle non-fresh super easy because of the Great Bath, so it gives you lots of opportunities on Highlands, and yeah, it can work really well. Another place Citizen an inflatable hot tub. There's where do I sign up for that? At Ogre. Discord. A lot of builders running around now. I like to see it. Theater Square going down. I don't mind the Theater Square going down, but you don't want to slow down too much on the settlers. He's got another one here, so that's 2, 3. Still want to keep them coming, though. Lots of builders into settlers. Corny is staying on a 5-city setup right now. He's getting Mohabiti Temple. So he probably saw the... oh, by the way. Who's going to project for that? Probably Kree. Yeah, project's already going. But I was just going to say, pagodas, Corny would have saw pagodas and said, I need to get in on a denial. And so he's immediately jumping on Mohabiti Temple, or Mahabodhi Temple, or whatever you want to call it. He's jumping on that really quickly in order to make sure that he gets the denial of those 2 points. And there's been no effort to make it up here, so it's going to be a pretty easy get, assuming Arabia's not doing it either. No. So that'll be a really smart denial from Corny, for sure. And he's actually already, of course, got Harbor Tech down, so he's got a really good city going here. He's going to be able to get this city pumping, and it could actually be ready to build the Statue of Liberty as well. So he's putting himself in good position there. The crossbows have created a stalemate here. Rage has got stirrups in 2. Sailing next turn for Persia. 64 science to 20 means, yeah, Persia's going to want to make sure that they get to, like, pikemen really quick. Or not pikemen, sorry, muskets really quick. And muskets and crossbows of their own to try and hold off. This could be trouble. Wing to Sar timing will be interesting as well here. Making an Edamanaki play for what? I have no idea. I guess it would give them 1. Yeah, that's just a waste of production. What's the play there? This late, it's not even a denial. If anybody had a good Edamanaki, they would have done it already. I don't understand what the play is. Oh, yeah, it got raised. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, this was definitely going to get raised. There was no doubt about it. For Golden? I mean, there's lots of wonders to build for Golden. You still got 7 turns. I mean, he doesn't even need it. He only needs 6 more points, and he's about to get Apadana. There's just... I mean, it's literally going to give him one good tile. He's building a 7 or 8 turn wonder and chopping it out to get one good tile. I don't know. I don't know what I'm missing there, Sprig. Oh, I guess it's 2 good tiles. This is going to become a good tile as well. And I guess there's some more marsh here, but I'm still not a huge fan. So pillaging for money over here, and then he'll start to slap. As long as it doesn't build walls. It's getting an archer next turn. That'll start to be annoying. Maybe one more horse would have been a good idea there. What's the timing for Arabia? Stirrups and 4. Getting builders ready to go chop chop. Where's Magnus? Magnus is nowhere to be seen. Okay. Magnus is nowhere to be seen. Gov Plaza was an audience. Did we check out all the Gov Plazas, by the way? It was audience over here. Already the madrasa being built. Yeah, the madrasa being built there. Interesting that what is he doing in here? Why he mined this up when that should be his campus? Yeah, this is the campus for this city, so he should have campus in here. Why did he mine that up? Maybe it's just a reflex. That's going to be a big holy site. And that is as well. He's going to have really high faith generation. He doesn't really have a close contender for a Grandmaster's Chapel play. We of course talked about these setups for cities with Feed the World. Sorry, what? Gov Plaza. Whereabouts? Oh, here. This is... Oh! Oh, because they have... I forgot about who it was. Yeah, you're right. I forgot it was Arabia for a second for adjacencies. Six turns, Era. Rome's got a little bit of work to do. Corny's got some work to do. Omegia's got a ton of work to do, and he's just lost a city. He had a ton of really nice tempo, and he just didn't use his horses properly to secure this forward launch. And there's actually a forward settle coming back in the other way. I think there's a few fanatical fans out there who are overestimating the power of the hot tub in my case. Maybe 20 years ago, I could have pulled off the hot tub stream. Not anymore. Here's the settler. We'll see what's happening. Get this settle in here. This will actually be Euroscore, this settle, if he throws that down. I'd be curious to see if he does that. For the trade route setup, he did get Mohammadi. He can finish his... that should finish off his golden, actually. Yeah, finish his religion. He'll have golden, no problem. And like I said, the Mohammadi denial is huge. There. I think Norm underestimates the Twitch troll hot tub tempo. Still, like, he's got an encampment going here, but he's still, like, free simming, commercial hubs, markets. Did he actually... I think he probably actually... Yeah, he's on engineering now. He's finished up stirrups. He's not even considering a Keshig push at this point. It doesn't appear. Cree getting a little wider. They're going to go from 5 cities to 7, it looks like. That's a pretty good setup. I'm pretty sure they went... Oh, they got a quick Diplo quarter down as well. Seems like that's the big play for him. It is an audience. Who else has a Diplo quarter on the team? Gone non... Oh, he actually took out Hunza. Very nice. Took out Hunza. That's got a commercial hub down. He actually didn't settle the way I thought he would. I'm not a big fan of his settles, to be honest with you. I would have preferred to get 3 settles in here because he's actually eliminated. He could have got 4 more cities on the Colosseum, and he's instead gone for 2. Well, 3. It'll be 3 eventually, but he could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4 on that Colosseum, and they all would have been good cities as well. Even good land down here. Like, I mean, he needs. Come on, John. Come on, baby. I want 16 cities or bust. Yeah. I think the race is the settle. We can buy the 2-2 and keep it out of their hands. And then he can buy tiles out here. It's not the greatest, but there's nothing much up there either, and it's quick and it sets up the trade routes, so. More settlers coming, but with Ancestral Hall, to be on 4 cities, well, 5 now. 5 cities about to be 6 when you built Ancestral Hall is pretty unfortunate. The Immortals are starting to actually make a push here now, interestingly. Rage did a bit of a diversion into simming, and he's about to pay the price a bit, but he's got a bit of a setup. He's going to get pillaged a bit, but he's got crossbows. What's his tech looking like? Let's look at his tree. Gunpowder and 3. He's getting his pre-builds. Hawatches in 3. He's got to have mercs, obviously. Yeah, he's on guilds now. What's the gold look like? The team's got good gold and making really good gold. Making a lot. They're killing it, by the way, on the gold front. Like, this is the difference in the game right here. Killing it on the gold front. And he'll have Hawatches. Like, these if I was Tidube, I would get these pillages in and then run for my life. Save these pre-builds for muskets. Because he needs them. He's going to need to race to muskets. His science is hurting. Yeah, like, he's in trouble. His science is so bad, he's going to be forever. He needs to get... Yeah. He's miles from muskets. He needs to get the pillages off and save the pre-builds, but he has got to get something together here, or he's going to be in trouble. I like the commercial hub first play. His team kind of needed it since they backed themselves into a corner as far as the draft goes for gold. But here's the problem. You went Ancestral Hall, which I think that was just a mistake. No doubt about it, that was a mistake. When you're on the front line like this. He should have gone Audience. He'd have taller cities. And he spawned with all kinds of fantastic campus options. He's got a couple of +3 options here. He's got a +3 he could have thrown down there. These cities could have all done +3s. He does have the +4 built here, but he should have campuses up everywhere, and actually, like, he should get these built. He needs to get his sim on, or he's going to get run over by Hawatches. And I don't see any plans. Like, he's just basically, like, he doesn't even have plans for a SAR push on Poland. And he's got good stats. He's having a good sim. He's building all the wonders. A late Artemis and a Hanging Gardens. Potentially trying to represent some sort of a culture victory. He did just get the Brussels kill in with big pillages. I don't know. We'll have to see if Arabia goes burr here. Getting some campuses and libraries up. He'll get into the madrasas. He's waiting on, of course, holy sites and the temples and the stuff to get Feed the World, grow really tall, and then build all the districts and stuff. He'll need a ton of builders to improve all this land, which he hasn't pivoted to yet, unfortunately. By the way, an encampment project is very good. Hypatia. So he's actually going to get Hypatia next. So nobody actually projected to trying to deny Hypatia. So he actually gets Hypatia right now. It looks like it was actually passed. Or no, he got... sorry, no. Maybe Kree picked and then he's going to pick Hypatia now. Or maybe actually Kree wants it. Maybe he's going to pass it. Maybe he's passing it and Kree gets it because he's going to have more cities. Maybe it's more advantageous if Kree gets it. Well, he doesn't have a lot of campuses up yet. He's going hard on the commercial hubs. I don't know what the play is there. Yeah, because he actually took... Arabia actually went and took Euclid. And Korea passed on it? I don't know what happened there. I mean, he's only got 4 cities, so it's not all that valuable. Maybe he just decided to wait, yeah. I don't know. With 4 cities. Gunpowder next turn. He's hanging on. Maybe he delays to get 2 more pre-builds out. We'll have to see. He settled exactly where I thought he would, by the way. And, oh, very nice. So, very nice purchases. He bought the stone and he bought the 2 mountains. So he's created an access point for tunnels. So we talked earlier about the possibility of something. Okay, now we're talking more settlers here. Grandmaster's Chapel, another settler. So he had a 5-city setup and he's going to start expanding now. I was wondering, he seemed a little bit late, but he'll be fine. Get more cities down, get simmed up. He's got good stats going. His science is a little low, but he'll get boosted through the tree, so it's not a big deal. Be interested to see what he does with the settler. In place, or maybe 1 higher than buy the 3-2. And scoop up some more tiles for advancement. I mean, he could get cheeky here. He could get cheeky here and go right there. And buy the tiles. I don't know. Let's see what he does. Yeah, Riverhill. That's what I was saying. He's got to know. He's got to know the timing is close on with Rage's Science. Turn 55 is about right for Hawatches, and it's important to know that because I was saying earlier he needs to get the pillages off and get the hell out of there and save these pre-builds. Because if he doesn't save the pre-builds, then he needs to be able to turn these into. Well, if he's lucky, he can turn them into muskets eventually. But his science has got to get moving and grooving quick. By the rainforest, drop encampment. Oops. Sorry, you're talking about here? I mean, it doesn't matter. He can get through with tunnel. It gets through no matter what. Oh, you're talking about here? Oh, yeah, no. You're talking about here? Oh, no, that never works. He would step on it and you'd never be able to defend it. I thought you were talking... Yeah, no. If he bought this and put a tile down or a district down, they would step on it and never let it get built. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. We're not playing against the AI here, Seb. Seven cities set up on Mongolia. Some Keshigs on the way. Well, a Keshig on the way, anyway. By the way, anybody missing golden? Yes. Omega is missing golden by 8 points. I mean, complete free sim. Had 8 cities, lost 1. Just going markets everywhere, but gonna miss golden. And that's just gonna make them rather irrelevant. Even the Keshig finishing wouldn't have made the difference because they are 8 points short. Everybody else is going to get it though. No, it's over. This is it. In 20 seconds, we're done. Even if he had a chop, which he doesn't, he's not sitting on a chop, it would be over. They're done. They're cooked. It's over, baby. Oh, by the way, holy cow. Pretty decent city in here. I probably would settle... Yeah, I'd probably settle this. Then you can turn that into a 3-3-5. Campus commercial hub setup. 4-1 tiles, nice. You know what I'd be curious to see too? Okay, so he put Liang in there. I was wondering, he has Reina over here, and my thought was maybe they were setting up a trade route system here with trade hubs, but they didn't actually do that, and the trading is actually over here. Unfortunately, the traders are actually skipping everything. It's actually going basically... So Reina here is smart. Reina here is going to be smart. Because if he feeds all his trade routes to the capital, everything's going to go through this city. So that's a smart Reina. But there's no real good Reina set up for him. So this is just for the sake of the city having it. So that for me, I don't... If they're going to... Yeah, the trade routes are already coming. I would like to have seen Reina come in here. I'd be curious. He actually chopped the stone, getting a quick harbor. I'd be curious as to why Corny doesn't want Reina in here. Because the trade routes are going to come flying right through here. This is going to be pretty good. He got most of the Immortals. Well, 2 of them. These 2 are already there. So he got 2 of the Immortals out. 2 of them are just barely hanging on. He needs to shift under these ones for them to live. Because... Oh, wait. Does he have... Well, that's just a medieval general. Okay. So he doesn't actually have a general for the Hawachi yet. So he can't step and shoot. He needs to get these guys out of here. They've all got promotions if he can get healed up. Where's he going on tech? He's going stirrups in 1. He hasn't even... yeah, he hasn't even bothered going military. So he needs to get all the way up to military tactics and all the way to gunpowder through military engineering. He'll get boosted, but he needs science bad. Like, he needs... Like, he's still pop 5 in his capital and 6 turns to go. I mean, he needs to get his pop-up, throw the campuses down... Getting walls up here. He's starting to shit a brick, I'm telling you. Making an Oracle play. Alright, here we go. I'll go double great profit. I think. Do I go A or B though? I think A. I think A is just a smart play, and they'll predict that I'm doing A as well. So both teams gonna have that thought process. Turn 56 Congress and turn rollover, making really big potential tourism plays. But you're not gonna win a tourism victory when on a Highlands when there's such easy free sim from like a Rome or somebody. Pretty good stats coming out of Ziffy there with Saladin. He's going to continue to get campuses down. He's going to have really good campuses overall, like I say. He's going to get tall with Feed the World. He needs to pump builders, though. I honestly don't think he has no... I mean, he's in Monumentality for a second time, I assume. Oh, no, he actually went Pen Brush. What's his... 180 faith a turn, and he's gone Pen Brush. He needs builders desperately, and he's still not wide enough. He needs a city here, needs a city here. He's on complete free sim. Like, is he planning... I guess maybe he's planning... He doesn't have an encampment down, but perhaps he's figuring out a way to maybe send units in here to save this? Grandmaster's Chapel style? But I don't know if I like that at all, because he needs a shit ton of builders. Landmarks, have I won yet? No, I haven't won yet. He needs a shit ton of builders. Poland, of course, does have reliquaries. And and 3 relics. So they're pulling in tourism there. And they're building wonders. But I don't think... There's no way you sneak up on them. Somebody's going to start throwing down theater squares. I would imagine Rome, who's on 9, 10, 11... 10 cities, 11 to come. If he doesn't get to 12, I would like to have seen even more, but he'll have to start... He's actually got an Oracle play coming for denial. It's actually going to be slot order, maybe. John against Sprig. Oh, and Sprig's got slot order. Johnny boy. What happened, man? What happened? Unless he somehow... It looks like he's building it fast, so I don't think he's going to be able to make that one turn, and there's no chop coming. There's definitely no chop coming. Which means he's going to get slot ordered on it. Yeah, he's going to get slot ordered on it. No one's got a chop set up. Corny's got 8 cities and about to be 10. So he's getting wide, going harbors. He might be making a nuke play by going harbors and setting up something down this way that could potentially get nukes in here. And then I suppose here could potentially get some nukes there, I guess. Really low science right now. He hasn't had much in the way of campus set up, so he's kind of had to stick with just going culture. He's gonna have to get wide and just do regular campuses and get his science otherwise. But wait. Science, the city states, we never even took a look at it. If there was a science city state, it's been killed. 4 commercial or 4 cultural still in the game. Kumasi is isn't too bad. Kagawana held by Ben is pretty big. Tudubei's got Vilnius. Zanzibar held by John is pretty big, and then Johannesburg is the biggie. And Jiffy's got control of that right now. So Oracle disappointment in next turn. Another settler coming here from Rome. Continuing to get even wider. Yeah, wish he'd have put... He could have just... I mean, I guess... Oh, I guess he's putting it in here because he's going to get the extra promotion for an extra 5 production here from Liang. Because this city is kind of hurting for production. So getting some... you know, he can turn these into like 3 tiles or whatever, and that's not too bad. So it works out. And then he can get this tile. He's got a couple mines here. That'll have like 8 workable tiles. He can even get these 2 fishing boats going. He'll have 10 pretty reasonable tiles. We'll have to make sure we're keeping... What he actually needs to do, if I was Ben here, Rage. This is Rage. If I was Rage, I would come up in here and just kind of hold this with like 2 or 3 units, and I would just send all of these Hawatches over here to Poland. Yeah, down goes the encampment. But it's too late. If he comes with... He's only got 1 general, right? Yeah, he's got 1 general for the Hawatches. If he comes with 5 of these right now, you can... I mean, he's going to have Grandmaster Chapel on 6. What's his science? 89. So he can actually defend it with Grandmasters. 135. Yeah, he'll be able to defend it decently well. Where's this tech tree? Printing in 3 versus printing in 4. And he's the one boosting it. Gunpowder. So yeah, he'll end up with printing around the same time. I don't know where his tech tree is as far as what he could defend with, though. He may have done some sort of top tree greed, maybe. No, he did not. So he's actually already got stirrups. So he's actually, with his science, not all that far. he could actually go and grab. He could probably purchase muskets, or even he could potentially even pre-build. Yeah, here comes the push. And he's 5 turns from Grandmaster's Chapel. I would be. They don't have the kind of gold they need, though. Gold differential's huge here. By the way, what happened in Congress? Double points towards writers. They gave the points to Corny, which is big. And they gave the growth to Corny as well. Corny's sitting on 7 points. And he's got the big culture, so he'll be able to make a really easy play. He's actually, you can see him actually preparing this city for it. Be interesting to see what he does on Tex. If he goes, yeah, he's going bottom. But you can see him preparing this city for it. Is get this city as high level of production as he can, because he'll end up building. Oh wait, no, his capital can do it. His capital's right on the water. Forget it. What's the city? What's the? I forgot. I was thinking his capital was off the water by a tile for some reason. It's not letting me see the city's stats when I. It's not letting me see it when I hover over. I'm just wondering what the production is in his capital versus this city here. But in either case, the Enlightenment in 4 turns. So he's probably 10 turns, maybe. Oh no, probably like 14 turns, maybe, depending on the boosting. Yeah, Rome's gonna boost him. So he'll probably be like 12 turns, maybe 10. He gets his culture a little bit higher. Get his culture just a little bit higher and he'll be about yeah, there goes the White House. He'll be about 6-8 turns after that, maybe, until he can start it. Walls are up. That's not going to help him too much, if we're being perfectly honest. He's brought 4 and 3 horses while keeping just enough back here. He's kind of pivoted back in. Ooh, I like the terracotta play too, by the way. Give himself a quick upgrade on. So what he could do, he's going to finish it this turn, eh? I was just going to say what he could do is delay that long enough to get the first promotion on these. I would like to see him make that delay. Delay terracotta, and it's a little dangerous, but if he comes in here, gets a couple hits, gets the first promotion, then takes terracotta, and gets the second promotion, and has like 4 level 2 Hawatches, say goodnight. Bromsy, thanks for the lurk, bud. Printing in 1, Reformed Church in 3 on Sprig. Three turns. He can faith buy him, but ooh, Drot. Sucurrence is going down. John's having a good sim here on Rome. Excuse me. $13. 13, another settler up here would be 14. Yeah, I mean, 14, 15 city Rome, plop down theater squares in every city. He's already building amphitheaters and museums in a lot of these cities. It'd be awfully hard to win a culture victory against that kind of defense, especially since he's now going to have to pivot to defending for his life. It really does. Like, what's Mongolia's sim on? 65 and 40. Missing Golden has put them in last place. Well, I guess them and Cyrus are both kind of last place. I mean, the capital still pop 6 and can't get a campus down. Like, at this point, just eat the rice and get the population and throw the campus down. Like, come on. Arabia did not get that wide, actually. 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I think they should have got at least 2 more cities here, and they also could have even gotten 1 or 2 more cities up here. They actually went Penbrush and Voice instead of continuing to expand. And I feel like Arabia 100% has to be the victory condition here. They have to simulate out of their brains and kill people at some point. And they are not in a position to do so on 9 cities, I don't think. These 2 are going to be in rough spots here for defense at some point. Mongolia, Miss Golden is in really hard shape to make a move. Kreese had a pretty good sim. They're up to 9 cities. Byzantium over here on Corny has gotten really wide. Rage has, of course, had to stay on 4 cities. I would have liked that. I mean, he didn't have a lot of timing, but maybe 1 or 2 more cities. Rage could have. I mean, 102 science on 4 cities is pretty boss. He's keeping himself relevant for long enough for somebody. Probably Corny's the play. Rome's defending culture. Corny's going to have to make a play here. Getting harbors all over the place. He's going to have to make the play to do some killing, I suppose. Yeah, he did settle here and buy the 3-2, by the way. Okay, the boys are in and pillaging. Next turn he can buy Winged Hussars. It might be too late for this city, though. It might just be too late for this city. And not an easy defense on this side here. Now, there's nothing coming, so he should be fine. These guys are trying to venture out to take a peek, but Rage has kept enough back that there's no push. As long as he doesn't move these 2, as long as he doesn't get too aggressive with these guys, he's fine right here. He's getting his repairs in. Muskets hold. Yeah, he'll be good. It's right around now that well, it was probably about 30 turns ago, where Tidube is wishing to heck that he had gone with a audience chamber in this game. Because Ancestral Hall not cutting it. Grandmaster's Chapel in 5. 142 science. Getting temples up. 1100 faith, but I don't know where he's going with the faith. I mean, is he going to walk 40 tiles to try and get Kree? Mongolia kind of playing scared. Got some Keshigs up and is just playing defense. Looks like he's going to get a general, pre-building some knights. Got a stables in here. What's his stats right now, by the way? 113.85, out-simming by quite a bit, Omegia. And he'll probably come... Gunpowder in 1. Metal casting in 3 on Rage, boosting the tree for the team. He could do some sort of... It's hard to push into Keshigs with cursors if there's enough Keshigs, though. It might be a bit of a tricky push. He's got a lot of pre-builds going, so he might try to put together some sort of a cursor push here. Yeah, he sees the Keshigs coming. If anything, excuse me, if anything, I'd like to see him... he's in position to get some cursors, but I'd like to see him get some pre-builds for field cannons. Metal casting in 2, so he's like, what, 5 away? Yeah, this will get boosted for him, and he'll have that in like 4 or 5. I wouldn't mind seeing some pre-builds for field cannons. Like, maybe like, even like 3 or 4 archers, or well, I guess it'd be crossbows now. Put feudal contract in, get like 3 or 4 archers out really quickly, and then he'll be ready to do. He'll have like cursors with field cannons in behind, and he'll just spray down those Keshigs and then counterattack. Hey, Addicted, how you doing? I'm good. I'm doing okay. My dog's at my mom's right now for the weekend. I'll be going over there Sunday for a barbecue. I hear the purchasing of stuff happening. Or is it the upgrading of stuff? Oh yeah, we forgot about this, by the way. The horse is flanked around, but they're going to get shredded. That's not doing much, obviously. One horse, so they bought one winged hussar here for 60 strength. Yeah, so the horses got vanished. The winged hussar stepped out to finish the other horse, which means they're not going to have a unit to take the city, but the Hawashas go pretty burr. I mean, yeah. Is that Abu? Yeah. So he's got a heal in there. Yeah, like this winged hussar just dies next turn, and I think Rage will probably have first moves on him. And he just dies. He's bringing another one in. He's just gonna need to get a unit, like maybe get a maybe like pop a cursor or something out real quick and just run it up there so he can take the city before he can continue to reinforce. You wanna get this city turned over before he's got 3 or 4 winged hussars going. You know, he's already got 2 here. He's building them. He's got 180 faith and 164 turns, so he's not going to be able to buy him that fast. Bank holiday in UK, enjoying your YouTube videos. Old ones on Peter One City Science Challenge, leading learning mode loads. Nice, yeah, that was a great run. One City Science with Peter that was a great run. I should try some more One City Challengers, to be honest with you. More theater squares, making a Forbidden City play. More theater squares, though, like I said, is important. Museum, another theater square there. Get those down, start defending the culture victory. Obviously, Sprig's in a position now where he can't be pushing on it anyway, so they should be pretty secure there. He's pushed out a little bit with the knights. He does have a general. He can spank those Keshigs quick. There's not a lot of Keshigs, so he might actually be able to do some damage here if he's quick. He's actually getting a settler. Maybe he's going to forward settle in timing for he's probably be 3 turns on Cure Surge. He's getting a settler out. Maybe he can. It's gonna be a little late for timing though. More pre-builds, lots more pre-builds. Armory's coming in. He's chopping out the settler. Okay, so get that going as quick as you can for the ballistics timing. He'll be like probably. Oh, actually, he's gonna feel. He's not gonna get it boosted by rage, so maybe he's gonna tech it himself. So the timing could be decent on the settler. Okay, he's backing off here. I think, yeah. He's backing off here to shred some units. I think he's seeing the faith purchasing, and he's probably just like, let's not worry about it. Standing around here for another 4 or 5 turns waiting on a unit to come is probably his concern. You can see him getting pikemen up. That's going to be a row of pikemen. And he has pike and shot tech. Or no, maybe delayed. That's probably what he did. He probably delayed pike and shot tech. Yeah, he did. He's delayed pike and shot tech by 1. And he's come down here in order to allow him to get some pre-builds out. He'll try and get like 6 or 8 pikemen. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll get like 6 or 8 pikemen, turn them into pike and shots. Pike and shots with the row of Hawatches behind it is death knell for the Hussars, I think. Be pretty tough to push. Just joining back in, read them. Not a whole lot. This is kind of just, I mean, you're looking at most of what we've seen so far. Mongolia lost a city here because they didn't secure it properly with the horses. Kree getting a settler out, probably going to do something non-fresh here to do a cuirassier upgrade on ballistics in 5 turns. Getting their stats up, continuing to sim. Corny's gotten extra wide now. Sorry, down here. Corny's gotten extra wide, getting more builders out, kind of upgrading, building a lot of harbors. Just getting trade routes up to make gold. His science is still struggling, but he is getting boosted through the trees, so he's actually not that far behind. I'm really curious to see what the play is coming from. It's Grandmasters in 2, but I don't know where Arabia thinks they're going. I don't see any encampments, so there's no engineers to make a road, so there's not going to be any quick attacks. Probably a bad idea to try and push Hawatches with 2 winged hussars, because they're just going to get melted. I wanted to see the trade. Kree got the trade route merchant, right? Yeah, he got the other trade route merchant as well. I saw him projecting for it. Hypatia did eventually go to Korea. I think they auto recruited. And then Rome got the other trade route capacity. Ziffy got the science from Faith Adjacency. We'll check out how good that one is. Writer's starting to go to Rome. It's time to make a play for Newton. Mongolia can be in position to help in Arabia. Korea and Kree need to start projecting if they want to get in position for Newton. Probably wouldn't mind seeing it on Kree, so we'll see what happens there. Where's his best holy site? Oh, there it is there. He put it there for 10. I thought this one was going to be better. Oh, he took this down. This was his best holy site. It would have worked there as well. So 10 extra science there works. Addicted, have a good one, buddy. Hey, 2B, what's up? As Death, nice game. Looks pretty over. Well, I mean, it's just going to depend on what Barking Gang does here. It's going to be all in Ziffy's hands, I think. The culture victory dreams for Poland are over. They're in full fighting mode. Rage has done a good job up here of putting himself in position. See the moves. Okay. So, trying to do some trades here with the... Yeah, so he lost a couple of Hawatches, but he got some pretty good trades in, honestly. He's going to end up losing this unit as well, so... Yeah, he's done some really good trades there. And he's got more units coming. He did go ahead and grab pike and shots. Once he got 5... Oh no, he actually got 4. He actually switched this one over. So he just wanted to get a couple more pikemen out, I think, before pike and shot upgrades. The team's making a shit ton of gold, by the way. These guys are making 125. These guys are making 600 almost. 550. The trade routes through these cities. Reina's already set up here. I don't know. I feel like Corny needed to move Reina here. I understand, like, I think he wanted to put Liang here for a little bit extra production on the floodplains, but most of these have districts on them there now. And I don't really see the point of having Liang there over Reina, who could be just sucking up a shit ton of gold from all these trade routes. I don't know why. Maybe it's just an oversight. I'll have to ask him. Yeah, props to Korea. Rage has done a good job of just holding this tight. Obviously, Korea has a ton of early tempo that they can get, right? They can get up and running so fast. And with their early districts means they're going to have really high science from the Saewons, and then they're just going to go Pen Brush. The Pen Brush gets them a ton of culture right out of the gate because they've already got so many districts built. And so the tempo is just really, really good on them early. And he did a good job of getting his cities down and getting his stats up. And even on 4 cities, he had pretty good Hawacha timing. And then making the pivot into pikemen and pike and shots to defend his sires and whatever might be coming from here. He's going to need some sort of get help, though. Like 104 science... Actually, nobody's really simming hard. Like, he's staying well ahead of Tudube. And Sprig kind of was making a play, building a shit ton of wonders, trying to make some sort of play on a culture victory with the reliquaries, which was never going to happen. And it's cost him in terms of his district choices for simming, because he's still being out-simmed, right? Like, he's on 4 cities. Poland's on 9. And Cyrus is on 6, and both of them are being out-simmed by Rage, because they just bad decision making a little bit. I think Ancestral Hall was a really big mistake here. That should have been audience set up all day long, being on the front line with Korea, and finally getting the campus down. But it took him forever to get to Pop 7 and get a campus down here. He went commercial hubs first, which was fine. But by going Ancestral Hall, it kept his populations down, and he's just now building +3 campuses. It's turned 70. He should be getting his universities built and finished, not getting the campuses up. Now he's got an 8-turn intelligence agency because this city's not even running properly. Like, he just needed a little bit more tempo on his sim. By the way, little catapult action here. Universities from Corny, he needs to get his science up, so that's the play there. He's got a ton of trade routes, and he is making the play on statue, by the way. That would get him to 11, I think. That'll get him to 11. He could make a play on... This is a productive city here. He could make a play on Potato as well if he wanted to. This city's got 27 production. Potato Palace would do pretty good in there. What's the production in the capital? 30, only 35, yeah. That's why it's taking so long on statue. Could he ever faith by a engineer? Not right now. There's not one available. What's his faith? Yeah, because he did go double pen brush. 238 faith on 50 a turn. What's he been spending his faith on? He must be just picking up the occasional engineer or scientist. I don't know what he's doing. I haven't seen him using much faith. Oh, he does have Grandmaster, so maybe he's spot some units. I mean, is he just sitting there ready to turn this into an artillery, maybe, and then go balloon? I mean, he's miles from balloons on his science. I don't know. Just a no-brainer from a spectator not used to online Civ. Border colors should be based on team. I mean, you're the first person that's ever... Catfisher, I think you're the first person that's said that before, but it's actually an interesting thought. The only thing is if you do the borders based on team, then it's hard to see, like from this perspective, right? If this was, like, right now, these four here are all on the same team, right? These four in the middle. And then these guys and these guys are all on the same team. So if these were all the same color, then you wouldn't be able to decipher whose land is what in some cases. And in that case, it would become a little bit different. Because you wouldn't know, like, because every city's got different, or every civ's got different bonuses. It'd be hard. Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, if you're not used to it, I suppose. But I think for the most part, people will be like, okay, this is Crete, this is Rome, this is Byzantium. Like, you can kind of tell based off the colors who's what. And you start to get an idea. But yeah, for maybe somebody who's a little bit new, I guess I could see what you're saying. Encampments in every city. He's going to start to pump units. 123 science. He is starting to get ahead a little bit, but not enough. Jumping back to sailing. Okay. Ballistics and 1 on rage. Oh, by the way, we had the settler that we talked about. Okay. You gotta be a little bit careful. He did back out to get Cuirassier Corps online, so he does have the nationalism that you need, of course, for that. And Cuirassier Corps will take a bite out of all of these units, to say the least. Interesting though, like I thought he was going to settle, keep the knights in play, and then settle the city and upgrade. He moved the cuirassiers back, and now the settler is going to be delayed a little bit because he gave up this positioning with his knights. But I guess maybe he was a little worried about getting shredded, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you could potentially do that, like maybe have the border, one of the border colors be all part of one team. I don't know if you can get into the files and make an adjustment for that anyway, and it's certainly not in Fireaxis's general thought process, probably, to make big adjustments to how multiplayer is set up. 97 science is pretty good. He's obviously been way behind on culture. He's just getting Diplo service now, which is pretty bad. But 2 turns ballistics means he'll be able to defend this pretty well. Particularly if he gets a general. He just won't have cores, which will be a pretty big disadvantage, but he is Mongolia, so. Just trying to look at the sims here. Rome 135, 212. Madrasa's going down. I just don't know what the play is. Still getting science up. We got an armory coming here now, so maybe we get an engineer and start to see roads. But we're going to need to see a timing at some point. 6 turns on the era. Spriggs got golden locked up already. Omega is still 6 points off despite being in a normal age. They took free ink, so every time you finish a trade route. Oh no, sorry, that's free ink is finishing a I didn't think you could do that. Oh yeah, no, yeah, you could do free ink in the first 2. Yeah, it's weird to miss. It's weird to get it's weird to get first and miss second, I guess is why it seems weird. So he needs to build some libraries or something. Okay, there's a library. That'll be Samira's score, but he has 5 turns and needs 5 points. He'll need to get something done here or he'll be in sad shape. I guess he's probably getting a lot just when people give him boosts though too. Cuz he's getting Eureka's from his teammates boosting the tech trees as well probably. Although he's done ballistics. I don't know where I don't know. That's interesting. Other than that though, not a lot. Like probably Dark Ages for most. Unless somebody has a really big play, probably looking at a lot of Dark Ages. They did it for Overwatch and Online Sims next esport. I wouldn't say that. Buddhism making its way downtown. Oh, by the way, let's take a look at our religions. Stupas and itinerant preachers. Itinerant preachers goes well with tithe in order to get this religion spread for more gold. I like that. Stupas for amenities is always a really good idea. The Dari Moors is a nice little boost to your culture, obviously, on Arabia. It's not bad, I guess, in scripture. Yeah, not bad. Scripture's fine. And then here, Sacred Places finished them off, which works pretty well for him because he got wonders in like what 4 cities, I think. So that's pretty good overall. Not a bad way to finish it off. Things have settled down here. Not enough units to make a push, and pushing into pike and shot cores with Hawacha cores sitting behind them is never a good idea. The Winged Hussars would not fare well there. Where is he on tech? Enlightenment in 3. So he's actually, could you imagine? 108 culture. So he's actually well behind on getting nationalism. Wow. Yeah, those Winged Hussars get melted by the pike and shot corps. Look at that. Like actual melt. See you at artillery to get through that. Armory next turn. What's our boy Corny doing? 10 turns on Statue of Liberty. Getting some campuses and universities going. Trying to get his stats up. University up there. Monument. Some builders to get some tempo. He definitely needs some improvements in here. Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if this builder is just going to probably head over here and help the city get up and running better. Yeah, and these builders can come down here. You got to get to work on getting this cities moving a bit. Arabian warrior sitting there. He does have a Tagma out. Oh, actually, Sprig. I was going to say, I was a little bit surprised to see that Sprig had made his golden, but he actually hasn't. He's still Pagoda going down. He's actually still 10 points away. He just actually rolled over to it. That's why it looked like he had it. Omega needs 3 points in 4 turns. Any libraries? It's getting encampment projects going. Getting some pre-builds going. The push is coming. But he will have the tech. He already has ballistics done. He's not going to have cores, though, but... Yeah, that's what right now it 100% comes down to what can Arabia do. This is all about Arabia, because Sprig over here on Poland is just, I mean, trying to get their science up so they can put together some sort of a tank push to help here. If they could ever get a push to help here, although 152 science on Rage, did he get? No, Newton went to. Okay, so he must have in Rage must have in whatchamacallit for that kind of science. The rationalism card. No, he doesn't. I stand corrected. Just as I mean, 4 cities. I mean, he got his universities up, but I'm surprised by that. No science city-states. 4 cities, 150. Oh, he's got another one up here. Okay, he got another city up here. This is actually going to be a potentially plus 5. And then obviously a 10 when you put the card on, so... Currently a 6. Another builder gets the job done there. Interesting. Okay. Getting a harbor up, trying to get another trade route going. I think I don't know. More settlers from Corny. Just, I guess, I don't know what he's doing. Is he just getting, like, turn 73, still building settlers? I mean, I don't know. Is he just going to try and get more trade routes up? I mean, occasionally building some units here. Getting some units back in here, worried about a push here because he sees this and this. He's essentially pulled off this line. This is full defense now. I'm hearing some upgrade sounds. Yeah. So field cannons and cuirassiers as expected. They don't have a lot of money, so that's probably tapped them out pretty good. Well, not too bad. Look at the gold they're making here, though. Like, come on. 800 gold a turn almost. Just swimming in the cash. Off to work. Moondoggy, it's good to see you, buddy. Thank you for the lurk. Goal difference is massive. It's gonna be a deciding factor in the game, maybe. He is getting this aggressive forward settle in here. Nice to have this because, you know, as he gets the tanks, he'll be able to just get the tanks fast, right? 153 science to 102. Rome's going industrialization here. Military science, so definitely it's going to be a race to tanks, and Kree was going to win it. I like seeing Rome go industrialization here for sure, though. Hyper production into getting some late wonders and building tons of theater squares. How many cities did he end up on? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That's not bad. I said I'd be sad if he didn't get to 16, but I'll let him get away with that. I'll let him get away with 14, I suppose. Kilwa. What's his city-state control looking like? Just the one, but it's more gold. It's more gold, plus it's the amenities as well. Who else is controlling what? Rage is still controlling Vilnius. Corny is controlling Nam Madal. That's actually giving him a lot of culture, too. When you consider how many districts he has on the coast. Like even here, right? All his harbors. He's got a harbor in practically every city. In fact, he might actually have a harbor in every single city. And then, yeah, the occasional district. Yeah, districts here. Extra culture. Yep. That's a lot of culture. What's his culture intake now? 213. That's a big sim there. It's all about Ziffy. 233 science. Rifling in 2. I want to take a look. Did he ever do any top tree at all? Because if he's only rifling in 2, he's actually lost the race to rifling to Ben? With that much science? He's had pretty high science all game, and of course it's escalated quite a bit more because of Newton. But turn 75. Let's risk it for the biscuit. He's done no top tree. I guess he just must have been like storming ahead on his own. Rifling into refining. Ben's going to get astrology. Yeah, I mean, at this point, they need, like, this is why I didn't like their choice on second. I think they needed to get wider. I think that they shouldn't have gone coral second golden. I think that they should have gone. By the way, one more turn. We'll find out. Golden is in for a Megia. Everybody else is gonna miss, I think. Yeah. Corny's gonna secure Dark Age, looks like, and as will Rome, which is nice for them. But yeah, Ziffy went second Coral, right? They went to Coral during the Renaissance. During Medieval. We're going into Renaissance. So I don't like it because, I mean, look at, how do you leave this unsettled? How do you leave this unsettled, guys? And neither one of them ever put a city on Zhang Yi. Like, how do you not settle here and then settle the sugar? Settle the sugar, settle here, and then settle here. And then even non-fresh, for that matter. Like, they could have gotten at least like 4 more cities in here. And there's campuses options in all of them. And that's just 4 more cities, and then you get to 350 science instead of 250 science, and then you can make a nuke play. But right now, you're not ahead enough on science because you're really just boosting your entire team because nobody else on your team is helping you. Whereas these guys here are able to kind of trade back and forth, and like Rage has essentially was doing a lot of the early boosting, but they'd be trading back and forth like, oh, okay, I'm going to boost this, you boost that, and then they would be able to kind of help each other out. And as a result, literally, Ben has refining in 4, and did he just get, oh shit, turn 76, let's be careful. Oh, he doubled back, didn't he? He doubled back for something. I don't know what he did, but yeah, he's basically tied. These two are basically tied. Despite the science difference that he's had, his science has just fallen a bit. He must have got cards reset or something. Like, just being tied in science when you need to be the winning condition. Like, he needs to have a play, and he's not getting it. Oh. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. So, is our boy Corny going to make a play? 5 turns, Statue of Liberty. We'll get him to 11. What's the situation on Diplo favor? It's really close. As long as they split... these guys need to split. They have 20 seconds to get splits in or they're going to lose. 180. Wait, what's the high number? Because these guys need to be 180, don't they? Oh, no, wait, no, they're fine. They're fine now. I think they got... Yeah, they're actually fine. They did a split. Nice. They got it done. 200. They got these guys. Yeah, they're good. So they win Congress. Oh, wow. Trade routes. Okay, so it's going to be about canceling. So I go A anyway. So that'll be against them. So that's fine. And then here it makes very little difference. But I guess there's no science. So I'll go science to make it easy. So they can cancel trade routes, which, or the thing is they have to go on trade routes here because they can't afford to be canceled. Or can they? Maybe they don't worry about being canceled and they go for the Diplo points. Maybe they don't want to rely on a Diplo victory. If they ever canceled Genghis Khan, it'd be ball game. But maybe they are making a Diplo play here. Maybe that was their goal, is to make the play on the diplomatic victory. Yeah, Poland, I mean, Poland's played okay, but the problem with what Poland did is they had a good start, and then they made a pivot into building a bunch of wonders, and some of the wonders I felt like were a waste. Like, I don't think it was, as early as they went for it, I don't think it was worth Adamanaki for what resulted in like 3 or 4 tiles. I mean, it's okay, it's helping them out enough, but I don't think it was worth it considering where he was at the time. But yeah, he built a ton of wonders trying to make some sort of a tourism play, and it's hard to make a tourism play on Highlands when you know that Rome is free sim, and it was just never going to work. And then ultimately he had to fend off a Korea push, and if he had just gone like, I mean, he's what, at 11 cities now. If he'd have just gone to 11 or 12 cities, actually, much faster, and just gone like campuses really early on a lot of cities. I think he could have, you know, had a higher science earlier and potentially been in a position to pressure Rage a bit more before he actually got to the point where he could defend it. Like, he never even considered the idea of the Hussar push. Ha! They took the extra point. I mean, that's interesting that they did that. Why did they do that? Everybody always cancels. Why did they go the other way? And they gave to Corny. Yeah, I don't know, Noob. Like, they were expecting to get canceled? But... I mean, did they make a calculated decision to tie exactly? Server disaster. How's my day been? I mean... Oh, shoot. I'll be right back. I mean, I've had better days. It's been a rough 24 hours, to be honest with you. My vote ended up being a decider, but I mean, honestly, I don't know if they decided to, like, they would figure I would vote A, so they decided to do that in order to take advantage of my vote. I mean, honestly, I don't know. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. Like, look at the gold they're making. I don't understand why they did that, though. I guess I guess they just said, well, let's just make more gold. Maybe they felt like there wasn't anybody worth with it. There wasn't anybody worth canceling. He said it was equal votes, and that's why they did it. Oh, because they knew I would go A, and they didn't want to leave. They didn't want to leave it as a coin flip as to who got canceled. If they both went cancel, it would have been like, who gets it? Maybe host gets it. Oh, maybe that's why. Yeah. Wow, he really brought this forward. He's going to lose this. Well, I guess he got the governor in there, but 17 turns. Because the problem is he is normal age versus golden here. So this city's flipping a little bit. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Iclethian. Good to see you. Noob, were you not playing today? Were you not in the game today? Or is it over? This works out really well for them because Barking Gang doesn't get as much. Oh, yeah, and you won. Nice. Big W. Sweet. Good job. We won. You guys won already. Look at you guys go. But this works out really well for them because Barking Gang doesn't get as much favor back now. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. That's a lot of pre-builds. This is a very confident considering your team's making Well, the team's making decent gold, I guess. Where's this tech tree at? Refining in 1, so Ben's gonna have tanks at the same time as Saladin for the most part. Everybody's kind of top tree greeting right now. Rome's little great library play. Ooh, you played Hungary, noob. Nice. The big dub. So did you play like a Jack Hungary where you went commercials first, or you do a lot of city state control? I mean, the advantage still feels like it's on Car's side, because I don't know what the play is on the other side here. Oh, Saladin's getting in some pillaging. I think I just heard the sound of a pillage, and their gold went up. Maybe not? I don't know. I don't know what their plan is, though, to be honest with you. I mean, how late is this city coming in? And like I said, like, going Penbrush second when that amazing faith per turn and could have gone with some amazing settles down here. Like, this could have been a 6 city. Like, how does Zhang Yi go unsettled? And then all of this could have got settled, and then just scale and have 350 or 400 science instead of 250. Ah. Yeah, he's got some pretty good holy sites here. He's got a 12 there. He actually put the... Where did he put it? Sorry, here. Here, 10, and he got the science out of it. But he could have thrown down a 2, 4, 6. I guess it would have been a 7. And he actually has Sacred Path, so it would have been a 9 if he put it there. Because he has Sacred Path. Assuming that he didn't chop those out, which I guess you probably could lumber mill him up to keep him a 9. Because that would have been an 18, and then it could have been 18 science instead of 10. Corny's got his science up to $185 now. He's pivoted and built a lot of universities, and out of nowhere, he's actually got pretty big science. The whole team's simming really well. I just don't know how much longer they're gonna go on. I don't know what their play is. I don't know. Sues Chinguete from nearby Mali and used it against him to raise cities. Ooh. So they got Mali and you went and griefed him with Chinguete. That's some irony right there. Griefing Mali with Shingueti. Guess what Tordred did? I want to know. Tell me what Tordred did. What'd you do, Tordred? No, I'm good. I think. Yeah. Existed. Did you guys win by culture victory, or they CC'd to culture victory? Who did you play? Oh, he's about to have this up to 6 mines, by the way. This is about to be a 10. He spawned on his own island as Columbia and just free simmed. He played against Iran and a bunch of other dogs. The core guitar boys would roll everything, yeah. No doubt about it. Guitar boys go wow wow. I don't know. This is what happens on Highlands, guys. I just scroll around the map waiting for tanks and artilleries to show up. Flight in 3 on John Civ. Steel next turn for Rage will boost for Ben, who is apparently on Astrology. That's the second time we've seen him on Astrology. Just for gold, he has Zanzibar. That's all he had for it. He also has Kagawana now, actually. He didn't have Kagawana when he built it, but he has Kagawana as well. But it's only in the one city he's taking advantage. Where did it go? It was down here on the coast. Yeah, right here. So this city here, got it. So nothing special. But that's not the best play he made, though. Not really any real kill wall bonus, no. The best play he made, though, as far as wonders are concerned, is over here. This is the beauty right here. This is the ball game right here, cause this is what he's getting out of it. He built Kilwa so he could have this. Actually I lied. He's actually got 3 tiles. My bad. Oh, he's got to go. Oh my god, it was an amazing actually, or not Kilwa, sorry. Yui. He's got little lake tiles everywhere. Why would you not buy it? Am I right? So he's got the population up here in order to keep that from flipping. He's getting an engineer out so he can do some flanking. And there's nothing at this point that Mongolia can do but wait for the tanks. He's rifling in 1. His science is 106. He's just going to be super slow to it. The rest of the team, everybody here is just... This is actually a really good sim, considering there's not a single science city-state. People have got some good science at turn 81. It's basically been free sim for days, though, right? Like, other than Rage, who's had to kind of hold this front against early push from Persia, and then, you know, kind of just... This has kind of been just kind of a war zone. He's held this well, but other than that, it's literally just this whole box has been free sim alley for the cars, and then it's been basically free sim alley for everybody else on the other side. So yeah, Rage is super tall. Yeah, he was on 3 cities for a long time. He got to 100 science on 3 cities, and then he got a 4th city, and then recently got a 5th city up. And yeah, pretty nice city. Yeah, I like it. 5 or 6 city Korea works perfectly fine. Like, he's literally, like, you've got 12 cities over here on Poland, and he's, what, tied with him in stats or so. Poland's got more culture. Actually, he's killing him in science now. So he's behind on the culture, but way ahead on the science. Like, I think, yeah, refining and refining. So yeah, they're basically tied on where they are in the tree. Getting some pre-builds for the tanks. Yeah, I think this probably, yeah, just dies at tanks here. Yeah, he's got the highest science. Well, just barely, but he does. Actually, he's almost got more than Free Sim Arabia down here, who honestly, I mean, he's getting encampments everywhere, but I just, Combustion in 3, they're basically been tied. Ziffy and Ben have basically been tied on the race to tanks, but they're so far away from each other. Like, I honestly don't know where the play is. He doesn't have pre-builds coming. He's still building commercial hubs down here. Every time I look down here and see this land, like, he has Feed the World, guys. He has Feed the World and could have settled these on like turn 50, and just made disgusting cities. And I'm just like, Pen Brush Renaissance made me sad. Got caught up in infrastructure during the mass expansion. Well, because I mean, he had really good faith generation. He could have just bought 3 or 4 settlers from this. Like, if he'd have gone back to monumentality instead of Pen Brush, and just bought 4 settlers and just settled these, he could have stuck to infrastructure and just bought 4 settlers and went bang bang bang, and then bought builders in all of them and just accelerated. Here comes some pre-builds. He's using his faith. Yeah, he's getting some pre-builds going. So I guess they're going to try to get a 2v1 going in here. Refining in 1, combustion in 3. So, and then Cyrus is just, yeah, T-Dubé is just having a game. He's going to get his universities. He's going to have 6 universities coming online very soon. But mid-80s is a tough time to be getting your universities. He's just going to be behind the 8 ball here. Nobody on Barking Gang's Gone Plains. I think John actually has them. I'm pretty sure. I can't check now. It's after turn 80. I'm not taking a chance. But Rome was on Plains last I checked. I don't see any aerodromes down, but actually doing a holy site prayer here. So he's getting holy site up and getting a religion in order to give an extra taxis on an extra +2 taxi for Corny. And keep in mind, which religion's in here? It's Catholicism. Okay. I'm wondering, how did it get Catholicism here but not here yet? That's weird. But look at the money, by the way. Very interesting decision for those of you tuning in. Thanks for being here, by the way. Corny got first profit and first pick of religion, and he went choral music tithe and just said, I don't care about Crusade, basically. And he went full free sim and just went to town on it. And then he finished off with stupid Eternal Preachers. And then it was Feed the World Pilgrimage on Arabia and Reliquaries with the Crusade Deny from Poland. And then eventually went and got Pagodas and Sacred Places. But yeah, just a really bizarre choice. I don't know why he did it. I guess he just figured he's free sim, and by the time he gets to tanks and pushes somebody, he doesn't care that much about it. I don't know. But he just wanted the gold, and the team had more than enough gold this game that he could have went ahead and gotten it. I don't know. I'm curious of what his decision was. Oh, did he have... Oh, yeah. So maybe he went up here to switch this. Because what I was going to say is that when I got into that conversation was... Or diatribe, if you will. It's actually Poland who ended up with Crusade. So maybe that was the play, is he's bringing up his religion to convert these cities so that it won't flip to Crusade so easily. Is probably what he's doing here. And actually, they're both doing it. That's what he's doing. He's bringing this prophet up here to convert this city. That's what he's doing. He's going to convert this city here, and then he'll get an apostle over here as well. Yeah, here's the apostle. He'll get an apostle over here to this city, and that'll be another 2. So that'll be 4 taxis. So plus 6 total on his taxis. I don't know if Kree's doing it, but yeah, they've each went and got a religion. Oh no, they couldn't, because that would be the end of the prophets. There's only one left, right? Yeah, this would be the last one, and he's projecting to finish it off in here. He's buying pre-builds so that he can upgrade him with gold. So he's building this army so that he can turn these into tanks, artillery, and well, he's bringing a field cannon along as well. But yeah, these will all be turned into tanks and artillery. I know, Noob. Religious idols on Rome. He had this in his first expand. His first expand was a 3-1 base with 3-2 banana and a couple of Pog diamond tiles, and not to mention the horses. That was his first expand. He started on this tile with his warrior. His warrior stepped to here, saw the cattle settle, and he stepped up here for the 2-2 base and had a really nice spawn. And then his first expand was boom boom, 3 food base with the 3-2, the diamonds, and the horse, and went with religious idols for the early gold. I think he was like the last one, I think, to get a Pantheon. He just didn't have a whole lot of choice. He said the hell with it. Little religious idols, little Molly roleplay maybe. So gonna be interesting. Gonna need a lot of units over here. Will Rage. He's gonna need a lot of units. He's getting a lot of pre-builds. They're gonna have a ton of gold, but he's gonna have to hold up here against a pretty big push. Going to be very interesting. Combustion in 2. Combustion next turn. He got some final pre-builds purchased with Faith. And then he'll... where's his... By the way, Scorched Earth. Where is he? Wow, he's only got 109 culture. Wow. Ooh. Johannesburg. Who's holding Johannesburg now? Ben grabbed Johannesburg. Big Ben. Okay, so there's oh wait, he didn't finish it yet. He's got to do another prayer. So he's just waiting around to convert the city. And then yeah, this guy's got to get all the way up here. Because he's founded Confucianism. Zen and Defender. Okay, here. So here's the. They don't make a ton of gold, but he's actually going negative right now. He's spending what they got. Omega's got to keep some of his because he's going to need some tanks of his own. Because Ben... I'm pretty sure Ben was on the same one-turn combustion unless he turned off of it. So he should have some upgrades coming himself. Should be a tank push coming. And so he's going to need to be able to defend with tanks. How long is he on tanks, by the way? Refining in 1. So he's actually still a ways from tanks himself. Where did his engineer go? Oh, it's here. He had an engineer doing this. Did he lose the... Oh, the engineers came back here because he wants a road to both. He wants a road here, and then he wants a road. Maybe he's going to step around this way. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it might have been... I mean, he did most of the upgrades, right? He's missing out on 1. But yeah, the golds are now gone, basically. And the yields across the board, like, you can get a little maintenance. They're making enough to a little bit, but yeah, not a lot. I don't know what's with the settlers. I mean, he made the poor choice of going Ancestral Hall, so he's getting them for cheap. I don't know what he's making them for. Lots of military stuff going on in here. Oh. Free Cuirassor. Free pre-build. Let's go. What's his faith return, by the way? 194. So he's going to be able to... He's doing some pre-building, but he's going to be able to buy some as well. Yeah, he doesn't want to be around for the war, so he's like, I'm getting the heck out of here, guys. By the way, Combustion and 3 on Rage. No, he must have finished it. Mobilization in 3 means he can army up here soon, which is pretty big. Ideology on John, he's going to be at Tier 3 government. Hussars got are 60 strength now. They got buffed by being switched to the... well, they got buffed by getting an increase in strength, but they got moved. They're now in Reformed Church. They're pretty strong, but he didn't go for a Hussar push. He started off with a culture victory idea and then had to pivot. And by the time he actually got them up, it wasn't really anything. Yeah, he had finished Combustion, I was going to say. And of course, the team's got plenty of money, so no problem there. Yeah, they were 4 higher than the typical Cuirassor, and then they buffed him. Did they already know? I don't know. Yeah, there's a spy here. I can't click on Vision, but there is a spy here in this commercial hub. So they would have seen all the they would have seen the units coming up through here. So they would have known this was coming, and then he would have heard the sound as well. Yeah, it's not even going to be a surprise. He's going to have plenty of tanks on defense. And even, like, you can even leave these pike and shot cores in position Like, even, like, look at that. That's only with a little bit of, support bonus as well. He's essentially an even shot against the pike and shot course. So he can leave those guys up in front and then pivot with the flanking tanks or something. He's got the Hawatches. He could actually get some damage in as well. Like, he got all kinds of plays here to hold this choke. I got a couple questions. I'm curious about not going Tithe instead of Crusade. I guess it was a simming choice. But I'm also very curious as to why he didn't move Reyna. I guess he might have a trade route or two going through here now. But before, this road didn't exist for the longest time. And Reyna here would have made a ridiculous amount of money. Because every trade route from Kree, and like, look at these trade routes. Like it's a beautiful setup with Reyna and Reyna. If it would have been here. I don't know why he didn't do that. Back when he did it, he could have made that choice and he didn't make it. I just don't know. It's got steel in one. I don't know. I think that probably John going to flight and I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know how this game ends. Barking Gang still thinks they got a dog in the fight. Sorry, the pun. We're about to see a battle here. I'm gonna go get a Gatorade. I'm really thirsty at the moment. Hey, Hogue. I mean, yeah, nukes. It feels like cars can put together more pushes early. So they might be able to make a difference in the game. Like this is going to be a push here, and it's still, what's his science? 118. He's still at least 7 or 8 turns from tanks, so I don't know how he holds this off. This is probably the deciding point. Honestly, I think that Mongolia folds here, and I think that Arabia is going to need to start faith buying tanks and artillery just to do something here. Yeah, he's going to have steel in 2, but he is a long ways from tanks. And Ben's coming up from both sides with a dozen tanks, and it's just going to... I mean, he's just going to tickle with these. Like, it's just... He's just going to start losing cities so fast. Now, he's not bringing... He doesn't currently have much artillery. He's got 1 here. So, not bringing a lot of artillery. He's got some coming from back here as well. So, he'll come in and kill units with tanks, and then he'll need the artillery to pull down the walls. But I just don't see Mongolia's play here. Like, they just needed universities. Like, their science has just been garbage. Why do they never build their universities? They have campuses in every city. Some of them are good, some of them are not so good, but it doesn't matter. They don't have to be good. Just build universities, and your science would be 160, and you'd already have tanks. The tree got boosted for you. Like, I don't know what... Like, he just was... I don't know. Oh.
Though its face may
There you
change
go.
throughout the ages.
I think that they realized Mongolia was about to die a horrible death, and they didn't have a push anywhere.
By your actions this day, you ensure our people a glorious tomorrow.
Why did Rage send GG to me? he must have accidentally clicked to send me a message or something. I mean, I don't even know where we could do a post game if there could potentially be one. Is there a place? Maybe I could go cram into their channel, I guess. There's no space in their channel because they've got MJK in there. But yeah, ultimately, like, Arabia was hoping to catch him, but Korea's just... Rage just played a good game. He simmed on 5 cities and got the tanks, and he's just not going to be able to push. I mean, and then Poland's behind. He's not even going to have gold for tanks. He's going to have to faith buy a few. And, I mean, even if you can kind of force in and kill the units, I just... Maybe that was their play, is to try a push here. Like, start the push, then Poland does something, maybe. I don't know. But it was a good game. I don't see the option for where I could possibly go. Yeah, they're on max people in that room, so I don't know. Special game, duel. I don't know. Oh, oops, I just deleted. I just closed my thing by accident. Dashboard. Yes, the Barking Gang fellers CC'd. I think they just, the writing was on the wall. They didn't have a play for a victory condition. Corny was up to 15 on Diplo, and I'm not sure if he was going to get to 16. It might have been a pretty quick. I'm not sure if they're going to win on favor or not. Yeah, I mean, they're sitting in their respective channels, but there's a maximum number of people allowed in the channels, so I can't actually get in there and talk. So I don't know. They're probably having a little post-game analysis of their own, I suppose, but I'll go sit in dual staging for a second. I'll sit in dual staging, maybe they'll find me and come down. I don't want to impose on them. I can just wrap her up here too. It was a good game. Little bit on the boring side, as we can see sometimes from the Highlands. It's mostly just evaluating simulation decisions. We saw mostly just the wars in here. Other than what happened in here, there wasn't a whole lot of action. There was a settler, almost a settler steal here, but then he saved it. And then he didn't secure this land well enough for a settle here, and the city got raised. And other than that, it was absolutely complete and total free sim. Like, I don't even know if Rome made more than 5 units all game. Like, they would have had their original scouts. He's got a horsey up here. I think he had 3 scouts, maybe. He had a fantastic setup right out of the gate, like we talked about. 3 great cities to open up with. Great capital. Really quick expand into 3-1 base with a 3-2 and a bunch of diamonds. It was beautiful. There's no post-game talk set up. I guess there's not really a lot of people streaming these games and stuff either, so. Thank God. Thanks for the cast. You're welcome for the casts, my friend. You're welcome. It was my pleasure. I enjoyed it very much. I think what I'm going to do, since there's no way for me to actually get into the rooms and talk because they're full, I'm going to just call it there as the end of the stream. Sitting around here watching my viewer count plummet is not good, unfortunately. I don't even know if I'm going to continue on and try to go for partner. I don't know. But at any rate, thank you for joining me. One final plug. I am playing tomorrow myself, same time as this game, I do believe, 1 o'clock my time, 3 o'clock on the East Coast. I think they're 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in Britain, 9 o'clock in Central Europe. It's a 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time start. I will be playing with my lovely teammates from Zone of Control. I'm not sure actually who the team is going to be. Hey, John, there you are. I wasn't sure if anybody wanted to come talk. I jumped down into dual staging because I can't fit into your rooms because they're full. But GG's. I was just saying, I'm not sure if you built more than 5 units all game. Free sim Rome on Highlands is kind of the dream. And I hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, good times. And so I'll be playing tomorrow, Zone of Control. Come check it out. Hopefully we'll have a good turnout, and the numbers will be sufficient for me to get a good stream in while I'm playing and not just casting. So thank you for being here, guys. GG's to everybody, and have yourselves a lovely evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.